Alright, I do believe we're all set to go. Just need to, of course, check my audio. And we'll see if everything is all up to snuff. And this is why I especially got to do it these days. Just to make sure that I'm not somehow unknowingly muted. Yep, there it is. Yeah, after we returned to Thavnir and saw that the place was literally falling apart, we now have to try and pick up the pieces in the aftermath of a massive onslaught because, yeah, you may have noticed that if we pan out over here, things are not as beautiful as they once were here in Thavnir. Things just got a lot worse and the place is falling apart because we have a whole bunch of people that are turning into monsters the moment they start to get any shadow of doubt inside of them. It's a dangerous situation and we know we've got to deal with it right here and now, and as much as we've been able to help, we've also lost a lot of important people along the way in such a short amount of time. So, can we right the ship and regain control of the situation here this afternoon? There's only one way to find out. And so, with that in mind, greetings people of the world, Matthias Griffin back with you for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker live here on Twitch. As we continue on here on this Saturday with our afternoon session, we'll proceed to take on the various side quests in and around this particular area known as Palaka's Stand, and there are surprisingly not that many. There's literally, it looks like just 4 or 5 that are around here. So yeah, there's not that many. And unlike before, oh, there's a 6th down there hiding in the corner. But yeah, unlike before, I'm actually going to start with the blue quest first because we are not that far now from having the completion of all of the Aether Currents. So we're going to start with the proceedings here just outside of the settlements, and it turns out we're going to have to help out a member of the Radiant Host. A dancer dressed in the Radiant Host's fancy armor. Yeah, if anyone can produce this armor in real life, I need to see it because this is right up there with Dragoon 1.0 and 1.1. It looks that awesome, it looks that intense, and there's a ton of detail on it. I mean, geez, look. Even the toes look like they're about to, if you were about to kick something, it was gonna be hurting you very badly. But, in any event, let's go ahead and speak to this weary Radiant to take on the quest entitled In Agama's Footsteps. The weary Radiant seeks someone willing to brave the wilderness.
Oh, what luck! You look capable of braving the jungles unscathed. Would you help me search for a group of refugees I became separated from?
Oh, that's not good. We'll do what we can to help, though.
As the chaos unfolded around us, I fled in the direction of Agama Temple, along with a few others. There, one of those terrible beasts fell upon us, and I lost track of my group in the chaos. While I was able to make my way here, none of the others have, and I worry for their safety. I would like nothing more than to search myself, but all hands are required to defend this place. Agama Temple is to the west. Please journey there and guide anyone you can find back here. I only hope that someone managed to survive the madness.
We'll do what we can for you, young lady. You just hang out there in your fancy armor of yours. And we'll do everything we can to bring, hopefully, someone back. So up we go. And off to Agama Temple. So we're gonna have to... Yeah, someone's already got flying ability. And before long, we will have it too. And the next one is 475 South, so it'll likely be somewhere down there. But in the meantime, we gotta get to the temple. And we'll see if we can find anyone alive. Well, thankfully we have. Unfortunate straggler, we're here.
Who are you? Are you here to save me?
Indeed I am. Yeah, someone's been looking for you.
Of course, I knew she wouldn't forget about us. The beast prowled the area for some time, but I managed to find refuge among these rocks. However, I've been too frightened to set foot from their shelter for fear of drawing the attention of some hungry animal. But with you here, I believe I can find the courage. Will you accompany me to Aposaka's last stand?
Alright then.
Thank you. Now, let us tread carefully.
Escort him safely to the stand. Should you fail to defend him or move too far away, he will return here. Okay. Yeah, as if the jungle wasn't dangerous enough already, we gotta find a way to get this guy to where we need to go without encountering anyone. Yeah, we gotta hope we can show off our pacifist skills, but it's... yeah, or the game can just bring enemies out automatically. That works. Oh, dude, what are you doing? No! What are you doing, sir? What are you doing, sir? Your life is at stake and that's how you act? We're trying to protect you and you're throwing yourself in the line of fire? What are you doing, sir? Do you have a death wish that badly? No, I'm not kidding. Do you have a death wish that badly? Yikes! Yeah, let's get back on track here so we know that no matter what, we're about to find and hit something or someone. Yeah, not a very pleasant thought. Yeah, you're still with me, right? Yeah, dear God. Or dear 12, I guess. Yeah, well, what is that guy doing? Yeah, he runs away from the danger and then he just throws himself right into it? Oh, speaking of running into it, where's the opponent? Right over here. Don't worry, I got you. I got you. Yeah, stick that snout of yours over this way if you'd be so kind. Yeah, right over here. Yeah, let me give you something to think about before I kill you. Yeah, we know you don't want to die, so why'd you throw yourself into the line of fire? Sir, you're out of your mind! At least we can see the sanctuary, at least. We still gotta get there. Yeah, trying to angle myself just far away from the enemies. I do see a glowing spot, so this is where we gotta stand. Literally at Aposaka's stand, so here we are. Yeah, sir, you are crazy! Meanwhile, hey there, Arizal, welcome to the stream, glad to have you with us. And you made it. But where are the others?
I don't know how to thank you. You've saved my life.
Glad we could help. Yeah, think nothing of it. We did what we had to do.
Please tell that brave woman from the Radiant Host that I've arrived safe and sound. I must think of a way to repay your bravery.
Think about living first, sir. Yeah, you should probably maintain that as a priority for the time being. Yeah, and there's a monkey out here with a quest also. Yeah, we'll get around and get back to the Radiant. Their badass armor.
I watched your arrival. I recognized that man from the group I was with, and I'm overjoyed to see him safe. Thank you for escorting him here. Truly, you are worthy of the reputation you've earned. I dare say even a Gummer would be awed by your bravery.
Yeah, what are the others, though?
He was the storied mendicant of the Ark of Sodara. When the Hyors landed ashore, this island and war broke out, he spared no effort to save the lives of all who were injured in the conflict. He saw no tribes, only those in need. He is not so different from you, who throws herself into the maw of danger to save someone they've never met. If a Gamma spirit lives on today, it is through your selfless deeds. Take this as a reward. Although I have no doubt you would deny it if I let you, once my watch has ended, I shall patrol the woods in search of any more hiding amongst the trees.
Alright then. We'll take our experience, 815 gil, plus also 2 portions of lentil curry, which actually can help us for DPS, and another Aether Currents. And so away she goes. Alright, it's time now to head on over here to begin what will undoubtedly be the chain quest. And to do that, we will have another Radiant to speak with. Another female Aura serving as the Radiant Host Captain. Yeah, this may be even more badass than the first item we saw. Jeez, these Radiant Hosts warriors, they look so badass. Admit it, you would want to wear something like this too if you could. But let's go ahead and speak with her to take on her quest. Oh, this isn't even chain related. I guess we haven't pushed the story forward enough to see what the chain quest would be, but this is going to be my last Aether-oriented current in quest in Thavnir, so yeah, it's not going to take that long at all. Let's speak with the Radiant Host Captain to take on the quest entitled Radiant Patrol. The Radiant Host Captain seeks someone to help her in her duties.
I know we are beset by monsters, beasts, and worse, but if you have even an ounce of strength to give, I would ask for your aid. I am in need of a brave soul to help patrol the area in search of any lost refugees. I would ask my brothers and sisters of the Radiant Host, but our numbers have been greatly diminished. It is all we can do to keep the darkness from swallowing this settlement whole.
I'll do what I can.
Very good. It shall be heartening to have another warrior by my side. Let us commence at once.
Alright, lead the way. Yeah, I was completely expecting a chain quest for the Aether Current for the last one here in Thavnir, but I guess we got all the chains out of the way when we made our first trip here. Alright.
We should begin our patrol by heading south, a route through which many refugees from Yedlamad pass. We will cover more ground if we split into 2 groups.
Or 2 individuals in this case.
If you should find anyone in need, go to their aid, and if you discover any discarded effects, collect them for safekeeping. And if you should encounter one of those terrible beasts, slay it where it stands. Once we made a thorough search of the area, let us rendezvous back here. Godspeed.
And away she goes. Yeah, let's summon my chocobo once again. And head on out. Let's see who we can find. So yeah, all the things are pointing us that direction, as far as the Aether Currents are concerned. But we'll do what we need to do in order to make things go a little bit quicker. Oh, hello there, lookout point. Get me up there somehow. Yeah, how am I gonna pull myself up this one? Yeah, this pretty much has a very sheer face. I jumped right over it. Come on. Come on, Rika. Come on, man. Ow. Yeah, let's see how long this attempt takes. Yeah, they really put this in an awkward spot. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense for me to go left. Is it easier if I just jump out? Wow, that is awkward. Alright, I'll have to leave this one. I'm just gonna spend a whole bunch of time trying to get up to that point with no luck. Anyway, we found someone. As we've reached the purple circle, someone wants to say hello. Yeah, we will not let you harm this person. Give it all I got with the jumping. Yeah, kick you in the face. And load up and... yeah. It's not a load up anymore. It's not a wind up anymore. We're just whacking like crazy here. Jeez, we're finding so many female aura out here.
Oh, is it gone? Thank the gods. I would have surely died without your help. What are you doing out here?
Saving you? What does it look like I'm doing?
I see. So the Radiant Host looks over us yet. For that I'm grateful. Well, I suppose if I follow the path that you took to get here, I should be safe on my way back. You didn't leave anything alive, did you?
As far as monsters are concerned, that's still something that we need to take care of. Go. Alright. We have an area over here to look at, but we find something in its place. You see a strange statuette lying on the ground, depicting a woman wearing a beastly mask. It may be best to collect it. Yeah, it belonged to whoever this belonged to. And we'll now head on over this way. Actually, why don't we just go ahead and get the Aether Current while we're here? Might as well, we're in the neighborhood. Yeah, in fact, it's conveniently right over here. Let's pick it up. Also, this is a weird convergence point. Yeah, for whatever reason, we can't run underneath the log here. Yeah, for whatever reason, those logs are strong enough to keep us out. Oh, another one? Wait a minute. It's not up there, is it? Okay, now it's 88 Elm southwest. Okay, so it's somewhere in that little gap right there. And I thought we had them all. Because I scoured like crazy off camera and off stream for trying to find the various Aether Currents that were on the first half of Thavnir. So to see that one slip through, yeah, I guess we weren't thorough enough. I guess the third person has passed this area. Are there any more currents this way? Nope. Looks like the only one... Yeah, there's still 3 unaccounted for. Let's check this area out. You survey the area but detect nothing out of the ordinary. Alright, so yeah, the host captain will still be close to Palaka's stand, so let's reunite with her. Yeah, that's really strange. And I guess that then begs the question, how will I get to that particular current? Trying to avoid any enemies along the way.
Welcome back. I've heard all about your noble deed. Allow me to thank you for protecting those we cannot. I'll add my thanks to hers. If not for you... add my thanks to hers. If not for you, I'd be nothing but food for the beasts. You've earned more than a reward for your time. Speak with me again at Palaka's stand and I'll ensure that you get it.
And so off they go. Aww. Yeah, back to Palaka. Oh, there's the captain.
The work ahead of us is vast, and any lives we can save are precious indeed. All I came across on my patrol was discarded belongings and scattered luggage. Did you find anything else of note?
Well, we did find something.
I recognize this figure. Doubtless you are curious as to what it depicts. There's a legend that tells of a Manusa goddess who sought the strength of the Mirga, wresting her own head from her body and replacing it with the bestial plate of the Mirga. In pursuit of wisdom did a Mirga do the same, replacing his own head with that of a Manusa. Thus were born divine beings gifted with both strength and wisdom, heralding an age of untold peace. One of the refugees must have dropped this in their flight. This figure is a reminder that the most insurmountable hardships can be overcome by looking beyond the bounds of tribe for help. A figure so fine was likely beloved by its owner. I shall do what I can to see it return to them. Thank you for your help today, traveler.
Thank you very much. So we'll take our experience, 815 gil and an Aether Current. Also, are you guys getting repetitive buffering right now? Looking at the stream, because if so, yeah, I don't know what keeps happening on my end. I don't get it. So now, let's continue on by helping out the various people within the settlements. Let's speak with Reborn to take on our next quest entitled The Guardian's Shield. Reborn is wringing her hands nervously.
It guards my knees. My years are catching up to me.
Can I help you, ma'am?
You there, traveler. Might you have some time to spare for an old maid? As I fled from the chaos that erupted, I took a terrible spill and dropped a charm that is very important to me. And can you believe it? One of those flea-infested Hanuman langurs scooped it up off the ground and scurried off into the woods. Would that I still had my youth, I'd skewer that fiend at the end of my spear. Alas, my vigor isn't what it once was, and I'm still aching from the fall besides.
Yeah, you'll have your charm back, don't worry. Yeah, I got you. One dragoon to another.
Really? You do that for me? The animal ran off towards the font of Maya, fell it quickly and returned my charm to me, please. How am I to defend myself from fate's cruel machinations?
Just don't get too distressed. Which I know is easier said than done, but it's the only way right now. So let's go find who we need. I'm trying to find that charm all the way over here. Yeah, any one of these guys will do. So, yeah. Who shall it be? Seems you are our willing volunteer. Yeah, take that. Lay waste to you there, ugly. But, turns out, that one didn't have it. Yeah, I guess this is an RNG situation here. But no matter. We'll still fight you all off if we have to. Yeah, you get the remnants of what was left behind, and we got what we needed. Yeah, give you a kick in the face, and then just load up. Yeah, load up with my fancy new skill. 182 southwest. Alright, let's give this a look. It might very well be on the opposite side for all we know. Alright, 70 to the south. Right over here. Hiding in the back. There we go. Alright, what's next? Okay, so that's obviously going to be for the one at the cross points. And then after that, it's just two more. Alright, so we'll head on back to Aposaka's stand. And we'll head on back to Reborn. Hi there, sister, I'm back.
You've returned at last, yet none too soon. I fear that something terrible is soon to happen. Were you able to slay that monster?
We did indeed. And here you go.
This is it! This is it! I can already feel my vitality returning, such as it is. Death shall have to wait for many years yet. Thank you, traveler. I received this charm in my youth when I was handed my spear and deemed a warrior true. It was passed down through our order, and I keep it still to remember my halcyon days. Although my fighting days are long behind me, I would be happy to impart some measure of my knowledge to the stewards of the future. In time, I shall give this charm away, just as it was given to me. When I relinquish it, I shall tell its recipient of your bravery this day, that your deeds might echo into the future. Please, take this as a reward. It's the least I can give.
So we'll take our experience, our 735 gil, and 2 portions of a healer-based beet soup. Alright. So that one's down. The next 2 are going to be above us by the looks of it. So yeah, why don't we start with this strange Hanuman Langer. Yeah, it's weird that we're going to be helping out a creature that may or may not be able to speak. Because yeah, we saw what happened with that troll much earlier on in this Let's Play. So let's take on the quest entitled An Unexpected Guide. The Hanuman Langer is beckoning to you with uncertain intent. Yeah, of course, he can only communicate with me in his monkey noises. Yeah, follow me, it seems. It appears this creature wants you to follow it. What harm could come from doing so? Well, shall we find out? Yeah, what would this monkey want with a Mikote? Follow it deeper into the jungle. Follow and fall not too far behind. Away we go. In fact, I can outrun you. Oh, you silly monkey. How is it I can outrun you? But this is not the first time that we've had to follow someone as far as doing a quest objective, and we were running so fast that we're almost to the point where we could leave them behind. I mean, he's doubling back, he's crossing over the left, he's crossing over to the right. He doesn't know where he needs to go. He's probably in such a panicked state that he's just trying to figure out how to get back to where he needs to be. Yeah, keep leading me on. Oh, hello there. You come upon an elderly Ori woman bent over in pain and breathing haggardly. Provide what treatment to her that you can. Yeah, speaking of running so far ahead, that... Yeah, there are a lot of female Aura that we're helping. Yeah, it seems to be all about them around here.
Thank you. I feel much better now. A terrible beast fell upon me and I fled, quickly losing my bearings in the thick woods. This kindly creature guided me to safety, but my wounds pained me. How long ago was that? Bells ago? Days ago? I cannot say.
Yeah, you're lucky you had the help when you did.
Of course, little friend. Thank you for delivering this kind sword to me. I owe you my life. We shouldn't stay here, for nowhere outside the village gates is safe. I believe I can return safely on my own. Seek me out, and I shall see that you are rewarded for what you've done.
Alright, back to Aposaka. Yeah, in fact, with the side quest that we're doing, it looks like we're going to end up being at level 88 by the time we're done in around here. Based on the experience calculation. Oh, no monkey?
Ah, my savior arrives at last. I feel as right as rain now, and it's all thanks to your ministrations. And that creature, of course. I haven't seen it since returning here. The legends of this island say that Hanuman Langers are servants of the divinities, appearing when they deign to show an interest in worldly affairs. I think there may be some truth to those tales. I must remember to make an offering when I am able. As for your reward, however, please take this, and know that I shall never forget the goodwill you showed me.
Glad we could help. Thank you so much. We'll take our experience in 815 gil. And so away she goes. And conveniently right next to her, another Aura, this troubled father. Let's speak with him to take on his quest entitled Flowers for the Family. The man is desperately searching for something on the horizon.
Oh, you're the one who saved Mavon's child. Might you help a father in need? My daughter is nowhere to be found, and I fear she's gone off into the woods by her lonesome. Others from the village have joined in the search, but our numbers are few. We've even yet to reach Perusa. But if you could add your eyes to the search, I would be ever so grateful. My daughter was wearing a red coat when last I saw her. I will make my way to Perusa, so please bring her there if you find her. May the gods grant you insight. And then, that is what we shall do. Though, why were you running in the opposite direction? The way they program the NPCs sometimes to go in the opposite direction of a quest objective. Why does that happen so much? But anyway, we have found a lost girl. She is wearing red.
Oh, who are you?
Your father's looking for you.
My father? Oh, I'm such a fool. I wanted to pick some flowers before visiting Perusa, but I never wanted to cause worry.
Which then is followed by the question, with everything that's going out here right now, why would you do something so reckless?
Still, since you're already here, could you help me? You can't visit Perusa without one each for the Manusa and the Mirka. Let's find those, and then we can be on our way.
The lost girl is now accompanying you. Alright. So obviously we can't go on a fancy ride anywhere. We gotta have her come along. Given that she's a little girl, I'm impressed she can keep up with me as well as she is. And we found a Manusa Flower right here. Yeah, try and get a closer look at it.
The divine Manusa love these flowers, much like we do. Mother said that the red petals symbolize life and remind the divinities of the lifeblood that's the source of the power.
And then we'll head further on down. Oh. I am such a douche. Yeah. I got the Monty Python mindset right now. I'm just so eager to get on with it! Yeah, because we are kind of still dealing with danger right now. And we find the other flower without pissing off the bird. Yep, here it is. Hiding behind this rock. Yeah, this one looks like got a few leaves on it.
Mother told me these orange flowers are favored by the gods of Mirga. Doesn't the color of their petals remind you of the rising sun? Its nourishing rays are a source of power for the Mirga, and they cherish these flowers above all others.
So now we gotta do the reunion aspect. All while following the river, where dangerous things reside. Yeah, everything is so clustered together here. Thankfully that bird is starting to fly away. To some extent. Yeah, I don't want to see this little girl get hurt. Not on my life, or on hers. Yeah, we can see the father's on the horizon. Here we go. Let's go ahead and reunite these two.
Thank the gods, I'm so glad she's safe.
Yeah, she's taking refuge under my chocobo.
I apologize for troubling you, but I really want to see Mother again. I couldn't imagine visiting Perusa without these flowers in hand. If I offer these to the gods, surely they'll allow Mother to return to us, right?
How do I put this lightly?
Will you come with us? Here, You offered this flower to the Mirga, and I'll offer this one to the Manusa. The gods will be so happy to receive them.
Alright, yeah. Stay safe under my little chocobo for the time being, until you have to go where you gotta go. And so we'll plant the flowers.
Thank you! I can't wait to see Mother again.
Yes, me too. Why don't we return home? We can prepare the soup she liked so much. Thank you, traveler, for all you've done. Meet me again at the village and I'll see that you are rewarded for your kindness.
And so back to Aposaka. And off we go. So of course the father will be up here. And we're back. Where's your daughter though?
Welcome. My daughter is safe and sound and in high spirits. Perusa is said to be a place where we can commune with the spirits of our ancestors. Doubtless she believes that her little expedition will bring her lost mother back. I had a feeling it was going to be like that. Regardless, I will see that she doesn't wander off by herself again. You've proven yourself worthy of your reputation today.
Thank you very much. We'll take the experience plus 895 gil. And then there was one. Are there any nearby ether currents that are in the north part of the area? Nope, it's all exclusively down there. Alright, Matsuya, don't worry, we'll get to you soon. Looks like the last quest we need to take care of is in this house. And this time, it's a change of pace. Instead of helping out in Aura, we're helping out in Arkasodara. So let's go ahead and take on her quest entitled My Father, My Fisher. The fretful Arkasodara seeks someone to brave the wilderness.
I've heard all about the good you've done for the village, and we're all thankful for it. I hate to impose upon your generosity further, but if you have a moment to spare, could you lend me your stout arm?
Alright then.
I would ask you to search my father. I haven't seen him for bells, and after asking round, it seems he may have left the village and ventured north. If the divinities only know why he went alone, but if I were to follow him, I'd likely end up at the bottom of some beast's belly with an embalm. Please find him and return him safely to our home.
Alright, we can do that. Just need to do a quick refresh on my own Twitch, just so I can make sure that everything is still working the way it's supposed to. But yeah, I don't get why sometimes Twitch will just give me perpetual buffering when I'm streaming. Yeah, it looks like we've found the person already. Yeah, this Arkasodara is under attack by a couple of crocodiles. Hey, you two! Right here, if you don't mind! Yeah, you're going down. Take this. And there we go. Hello there, sir.
Oh, thank the heavens! I had resigned myself to becoming food for those dreadful things.
Yeah, I don't think they would have liked you if you turned into a monster.
What's that? My daughter sent you to find me. I thought no one saw me leave the village, but I suppose I am not so sly as I thought. And now I've caused her and you no end of worry. The number of people fleeing to our village increases by the day, and although I would never begrudge some protection, it does put a strain on our food supplies. I took out my old fishing equipment, hoping I could make some small contribution. Children need hearty meals to grow after all. Filling our stores is the least I can do to ease us through these troubled times. Think you could help this old fool on his errand?
Alright.
Your generosity is much appreciated. I've already set up several cages near the water. All you have to do is check them and bring me anything they've caught.
And there are going to be two of them. Yeah, both at the start of the river. We're not that far from the waterfall over there. So yeah, this isn't quite the source of the river. Yeah, I guess the source is higher up. then on the opposite side. And we'll check this particular cage. Yeah, hopefully there's something in here that is worthwhile. Right, up we go. And we're back. I trust if it wasn't too cold for you. With the sky as on fire as they are? So, what you find? I hope my fishing skills haven't gone rusty in my old age. Well, here you are. Have a look. Ah, that's what I like to see. Plump and juicy. Just what we need. This will keep the refugees fed for another day, I reckon. And that's how we have enough, and that's how we have to get through this. One day at a time. Alright, let's return to my daughter. I'm sure she's had her fill of worry on my account. I'm sure she has. Alright, back to Aposaka. Alright. Let's head on back on over. Back to the fretful one.
I have been waiting for you. My father returned and told me all about the deeds you did for him and for our village. It seems I owe you thanks for 2 good deeds today. Aposaka's stand has long been a place where the stewards of the shrines and tombs resided. Thus to say, we've been focused mainly on meeting the needs of the departed, not the living. As such, I understand my father's desire to see our food stores bolstered, but if he gets himself killed, we'll all be worse off for it. Thankfully, we needn't worry about that, for today at least. Take this as a gesture of gratitude from both father and I.
Indeed I will. So we'll take our experience, 895 gil. And as she walks on off, we're now officially at level 88. And gain the ability Enhanced Life Surge. So yeah, we delayed it a little while we were on the moon, but it was only a matter of time before we got to 88. And so, as far as side quests are concerned, that takes care of all of them. Now I just need to find the remaining Aether Currents. Alright, so I'm going to start doing that by heading over to Yedlamad. (187) northeast. And it's going to be right in that little wedge. Right here. Alright, here's the one. Now where's the other? Oh, it's way out. We have to fly to the Great Work for this one. $5.99 due north. Oh, we're not there. We're not there yet. Yeah, I'm ready to start flying now. Yeah, I want to get started now with flying. Alright then, away we go. So obviously we'll have to round the corner. And then we'll get up over here. Alright, let's follow for 511 yalms. Oh, someone's got Ozma. Yeah, where exactly are we going to find this thing? Probably right at the very northern point. So we'll need to get up here, up to that higher tier. Can I get up? Oh, there we go. There we go, we got it. Yeah, it's gonna be hiding around the hatchery around here somewhere. And there it is, I see it. Alright, there we go. Thavnair attunement completes. So yeah, I guess I might as well fill up the rest of the map while we're here. Now let's fly. Yeah, let's hope that nothing for the lunar cry comes down and raining its pain on my head. Yeah, this means also I'll be flying over the guard's head at Razat Han. Yeah, for no other reason than to get this section of the map checked off. Alright, there that goes. How far can we go? Seems like this is our... Oh no, we can go even further than that. In fact, we can literally go right up to the bridge that enters Razat Han. Alright, now let's head on south. So yeah, we gotta try and figure out how we're gonna clip into this part of the map. Yeah, I'll probably have to go to this, get higher for this one. Although these cliffs are really high. But there we go, we got it. And for those of you who are wondering, this is what the mystery place looks like. It's completely sectioned off from everywhere else. I imagine this might be a hub at some point. Yeah, I imagine with the people here, these Attentive Radiants, this is going to be a hub for something. Probably for an Arkosadara Beast Tribe crafting and gathering quest or something. When we get to that point. Yeah, let's make our way back down to Aposaka. Fly through the trees and get to where we need to be. Alright. So with all of the side quests done and with all of the 8th occurrence now obtained, it's time for us to continue on with the main story. So let's go ahead and speak with Matsuya to take on the next level 85 main story quest entitled Under His Wing. Matsuya is eyeing you as if there is something he wants to say. As you have finished your deliveries, might I talk with you for a moment? I was curious to know, what has become of Mevon and Karasov's remains? Well, we had to abandon them, unfortunately. Oh, thank you, friend. Surely they were able to rest peacefully by each other's side. I and the people of Paloka's stand will perform the rites as soon as we are able. As for the child, it will not be easy for her growing up without her parents, but I promise to do what I can. Once she is able to eat solid food, the fish I catch will help nourish her. Yeah, so you'll raise her on in their stead, I guess. As the twins return. Well, we finished delivering the chai. I do believe everyone has a piping hot cup. I could almost believe there's a magic at work, where how the attention fades with every sip. Let us pray that Paloka's stand has seen the last of those transformations, at least for now. They are still at risk, as is every village in Thavnair, like as not. Still, I trust we can leave this place in the care of our friends from the Radiant and the High Crucible. Shall we return to Razat Han? By all means, do not let us keep you further. There are still many who have need of your wisdom and strength to deliver them from this terrible calamity. And I will do what I can as well. I will bring rations and supplies from Markyali. We have plenty to spare. That's good to hear, at least. Then let us find Estenian and be on our way. Where did he wander off to again? I actually don't know. The Wakeful Torana? Near the bridge to Razat Han, as I recall. Very well then. Well, let's be on our way. Yeah, it was good to see you again there, Nidhana. And hold the fort here for us, Matsuya. Oh, and then a whole bunch of side quests pop up. Alright, after this quest then. Yeah, like, Man, there's not that many side quests. All of a sudden, we just activate this quest, and all of a sudden, boom. There's a whole bunch of them. But let's go ahead and complete the stuff over here first. What's the FC talking about? Oh, there's a Stenian. Alphinaud told me everything. Full glad am I to hear the people are safe. Likewise, you'll be pleased to know that I found no evidence of lingering beasts in the jungle and ruins. It would seem you finished off the last of them. For now. Trying times that lie ahead for the people of Thavnir. Fortunately, they have a wise and benevolent satrap to shepherd them through. Well, that depends on whether or not he actually points someone else. Speaking of which, I received word from Thancred not a short while ago. He awaits our return to the city on Alzador's path. Come. Alright, so we'll go ahead and reunite with them. Also, we don't need to be in battle gear for this. Yeah, looks like we'll just be rendezvousing at the top of the stairs. Alright. Reuniting with Thancred. It is good to see you safe. Given the skies, it is all too easy to fear the worst. I am pleased to report that we've succeeded in quelling the threat here in the city. The beasts have all been felled and the citizens are safe for now. I've also heard from the Radiant that an important proclamation will be made in the city square, though they say no more than that. Might you have any idea what this is about? I think Estenian knows. Silvitra is finally coming out from behind the curtain. I suppose we too should hear what he has to say. To make a duty then, but before that, it would appear that word of the assembly has not yet reached all the citizens. If anyone along the way seems unaware, we best enlighten them. Alright. They'll go that way, I guess I'll go the opposite direction. Seek the people who missed the announcement. We can start over there at the Fibers. And we'll be on our way. Yeah, it shouldn't be that hard to find the people we need. So around the corner find this Huron boy. Why are we telling a boy about this?
Oh, the peace will come. I've been hot again. I'm too scared to go out and look.
Well, we have something to tell you.
Oh, that's a relief. I thought one of those beasts was going to eat me. I wonder where Valshon is. He's the slowest runner. I hope he got away. He could be with the other people from the palace. Maybe I'll see him in the square.
Now we gotta double back. And find someone over here. Yeah, looks like we have a spooked youth we gotta help out. Although, he looks very teenager-like for a youth.
Leave me be, please. I swear to you, my flesh tastes absolutely terrible.
That's not why we're here. Yeah, I haven't been turned.
Oh God, what are you doing scaring me like that? If we're not quiet, those beasts will find us.
Don't worry about that right now.
The square, you say? But that's where the satrap was killed. With my very eyes, I saw him crushing that creature's maw. So many lives lost, such terrible carnage. And you say there's someone else who would lead Razat Hanin instead? Whoever they are, if they say anything to sully the memory of our beloved satrap, I'll make them regret it.
Oh, trust me, if you try and cross paths with this satrap, you will regret it. So, let's run down to where the square is, right out here in this open area. Oh, is that so? Sounds like we have a bard is performing here. Trying to lift the people's spirits somehow. So later that day, yeah, let's just hope we don't have a breakout like we did before. Because, yeah, that was too scary for words.
Look, someone's coming.
Ah, we know who this is. It's Varshan. Hello there. We know who you really are.
People of Razathan, it warms my heart to see so many brave, resilient souls before me. Today, I would share with you a great revelation. But before I do, I must make a humble request.
And what would that be?
Do not be alarmed, nor avert your eyes. See the one I unveil for who he is, and know that he means you no harm.
Yeah, they're all wondering, who could this possibly be? A lot of confusion and perplexion.
Very well. I dare say it can't be worse than the horrors we've already seen.
Trust me, it's not.
Many thanks.
And so, Thitra, come out and make your grand unveil.
A dragon!
Yeah, have a look.
Wow!
The kids seem to be happy as it comes crashing in. Tell us who you are.
People of Razathan, I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode.
And most of you probably never knew it.
'Tis as the Satrap's ally I am known. Today, I would reveal the truth unto you.
Let us hope they accept him.
They got this far, didn't they? And so yeah, I guess he just goes and does his spiel off camera. Or maybe not. Or I guess he did.
If I am hearing this right, you were the satrap all along?
Vashan! I mean, Master Vitra, does your divine eye really see all?
Nay, child. While mine eye hath borne witness to the whole of our nation's history, to its future I am blind as thee. Countrymen, calamity the likes of which we have never known is come to Thavnir, our home. Friends and loved ones have been taken from us. I, too, have lost my closest confidant. Ahawan loved this land and served it with dignity till his dying breath. A nobler satrap there will never be. For so long, I lacked the courage to face you. I will not easily earn your trust, this I know. And yet, I cannot sit idly by and abandon Razathan to her fate. A font of boundless vibrancy, this jewel of the ocean. Since time immemorial, hath she glittered with every color imaginable. To this dragon, slumbering in his dark lair, 'twas a mesmerizing sight, and one that brought no end of joy to my heart. This calamity hath stolen too much from you already, yet so long as you live, The light of Radzatan will never be extinguished. I pray you let me watch over it. Over you. And lend me your strength, that we might face this trial and those to come as one.
I do not know you, dragon, but I thank you for speaking the truth to us. As divinities, both Manusa and Riga once joined together. So too do I believe that hand in hand, we can overcome this ordeal and welcome an era of peace.
Let's hope so. Yeah, it seems like we're all on board.
A sight that would have surely brought a smile to Azael's face.
Indeed.
Wait a minute, what's the Forum doing here? Don't they not like we're interfering in other people's affairs again? You can't leave well enough alone, can you, Fortuno?
Excuse me, but I must speak with the Satrap at once.
Then speak to the dragon.
Father.
I'm not your father.
You have suffered dearly of late, yet you must endeavor to look beyond these losses to the future you yet have. On behalf of the Forum of Sharlayan, I come with a proposal by which you, the people of Radzatan, might be saved. I say again, I must speak with your Satrap. I beseech you, take me to him with all possible haste.
Well, you're gonna have a bit of trouble.
I am Satrap here. Speak thy proposal. All present shall hear and judge.
Yeah, deal with it.
If I have given offense, then I apologize. First, allow me to share with you what knowledge we have of the phenomenon responsible for your woes. The final days.
Yeah, I mean, you are given the green light to do so.
'Tis an affliction of stagnancy and rot, sown into the currents of the star. Though the first prominent manifestation was here, in Thavner, it will invariably spread to every corner of the world. The Forum was forewarned of this apocalypse several centuries ago. Thenceforth, my predecessors sought to prepare for the end times in the only conceivable fashion, by securing a means of escape.
Which you are now offering.
Escape this star? What madness is this?
Yeah, I think you're gonna get a bit of pushback.
'Tis by no means madness. With the coming of the 7th umbral calamity, the true nature of the Red Moon, Dalamud, was revealed. That it was an artificial construct of ancient Alag. But what of the Silver Moon? This celestial satellite is yet another technological marvel fashioned and maintained by ancient allies. A ship that will sail the heavens and deliver our people from destruction.
To be honest, I'm surprised that you're even offering this to other places.
And by our people, I speak not only of Sharlayan. We mean to save every man, woman, and child it is within our power to save. Including you, our dear friends of Radzatan. Recent events necessitate adjustments be made, and quickly, but we can and will escort you safely to the moon.
Give them the
Long
time.
has thy Forum been allies to Thavner. I trust thou dost not extend this offer lightly.
Obviously not.
Yet I wonder, is this truly the way? Is there a future to be built for us beyond this star? our father deemed the last bastion of hope.
It is for that very reason I come before you and your people. To answer any and all of your questions. To offer my assurances and allay your fears. Though, if you wish the best for your people, I advise you to render your decision swiftly.
Oh.
Show our friends to Megaduta. They are to be received as honored guests.
Yeah, do what you must.
Worry not. Whatever decision is reached, your paths shall be yours to decide. Until then, heed the warning of these brave heroes. Guard your hearts against fear and despair, for it is within such fertile soil that the seeds of blasphemy find purchase. Remain calm and attend to your daily tasks. I shall return anon.
And we'll see what decision is ultimately reached.
We'll do as you say, Master Vidra. We believe in you.
No lack of confidence here in the satrap. And away he goes. Meanwhile, yeah, let's have our representatives from the forum do everything they can to encourage us to get the F out of here. As Nidhana comes charging in. Something must be wrong if she's in such a hurry.
Oh, you're still here. What a relief.
Nidhana, what's the matter? Has something happened at Palaka's stand?
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, not that I know of. I just hope to hear your thoughts on a theory of mine.
That's why you came up running all this way?
All who undergo the transformation are drained of their ether, yes? What is it then that gives these beasts the strength to carry on as they do?
Well, we already figured that out.
Logically, they must be drawing upon an alternate form of vital energy. That put me in mind of our earlier conversation, when I tried to explain the essence which many confuse with ether.
Akasha. Yes, I remember. The unseen gift bestowed from on high.
Yeah, some gift it turned out to be.
An energy influenced solely by emotion.
Yes, yes. In this instance, negative ones set Akasha into motion, thereby infusing the beasts with vitality. I posit this as the mechanism by which the beasts are born and sustained.
So what do we do?
Do you still have that flower?
Yes. It hasn't left my side since we were in Labyrinthos, and it's gone black. And it's dead. Oh my.
If we accept that it once shone bright by drawing upon Akasha, influenced by the thoughts of those nearby, then fear, terror, despair, negative emotions so powerful as to suffocate it, permeated the air in this place.
And here I thought we were going to be holding on to that flower for longer. Yeah, it just wilted and died.
You must be very careful. The forces which drive the final days may be beyond our ability to perceive.
We know what we gotta do.
Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you like that.
Oh, we're not scared.
At any rate, I will continue my research into Akasha. Do temper your expectations, however. There are sadly few detailed studies upon which I may draw.
Well, maybe we'll find something.
Formulating a new theory as you have is itself no small feat. I wish you well in your endeavors, and pray you take care.
Thank you. You stay safe as well, yes? Till next we meet. And we will meet again.
I look forward to it. And away she goes. Well, that was certainly quite a surprise, wasn't it? Alright, Alpha Node.
So as the bard continues on with her trying to keep everyone's spirits high, let's speak with Alphinaud to complete the quest. As far as we've come, and after all the horrors we've seen, there is still so much we do not know about the final days. Could it be as Nidhana said, that the cause of this phenomenon is beyond our comprehension? And if so, are we powerless to forestall it? We'll find out after we complete the quest, take our 481,800 experience points and 1,178 gil. I gotta step a little away from the bard because their music's a little too loud. But it's appreciated nonetheless. E7? Oh, Eden 7. Oh yeah, that piece of shit challenge. That is unlucky. Alright, so as the bard continues to play on, let's go ahead and speak with this Radiant Host soldier to take on the next level 85 main story quest entitled At World's End. So it's time for Pirates of the Caribbean. The Radiant Host soldier has a message for the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Greetings, honored Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have a message from His Excellency the Satrap. Thank you very much. Let's hear what it says. Brave Scions, you have my gratitude for aiding my people in this most trying of times. How did he write it? I guess he had Varshan write it for him. Alas, matters here at Megaduta prevent me from meeting you all in person. As a token of mine appreciation, I have arranged for a feast to be held in your honor. May it nourish you in preparation for the trials ahead. Oh, thank you. Such are the words of Master Vitra. The feast he speaks of awaits you at Merid's Mehane. Pray make your way there whenever your business here is done. We thank you for your kindness. Indeed, I was hoping we might find a place to discuss our next course of action, and that seems like an ideal venue. And to you, Rika Sasaki, there is someone we had hoped to introduce you to in particular. Oh. While I'm loath to detain you further, might you spare a moment of your time? A personal invitation, knowing full well your services are in the highest demand right now? This must be very important. Why not? We'll save some food for you so take all the time you need. Alright. Thank you, friend. Whenever you're ready, please join me in the Aetheroid Plaza. I shall go on ahead. Oh, does this mean we finally get access? And still gotta get quite a bit of ways out to get to where we need to go, and it's not so easily accessed. So, off we go to the main Aetheroid area. Yeah, do we get to use it now? Let's make our way through the city and get to where the soldier wants to meet with us. Around the corner and head on downstairs. Alright, rounding the corner. That was a blatantly obvious name. Meanwhile, sir. Access to the Aetheroid you see there has been restricted to a select few ever since the tower first appeared. But we sincerely apologize for the inconvenience, but was deemed too dangerous to permit the free movement of visitors at the time of emergency. A risk we could not take. In light of recent developments, however, the Satrap has decided that such restrictions would only hinder our efforts to combat the final days. As such, I would encourage you to attune to the Aetheroid before proceeding along the corridor. Why, thank you. We finally get to attune! It's been a long time coming, but we're finally getting to do it. All while we have a person in a 2021 Catching Tide chicken outfit to say hello to us. Yeah, we now have all the Aetheroids available, so we're going to the Radiant Host. Let's make our way there first. Hello there. Ah, you must be wondering what this place is. You stand in the hall of the Radiant Hosts, from where our leadership oversees all of Razat Han's military operations. Sundrop, our destination, lies just ahead. Lead on then.
So let's open the doors. Hello there. How can we help you? Welcome to Sundrop. Without further ado, allow me to introduce you to whoever this guy is. Shirabat.
Oh, so you're the famous Rika Sasaki, eh? I knew it the moment you stepped through the door. You look the look of one who's walked through hell.
Is it that obvious? Shirabot, please, you are speaking to the Satrap's honored guest and a savior of our people. Can you not show a modicum of respect? Clearly not.
What disrespect is there in paying a fellow warrior a compliment? We're all friends here, or will be soon enough.
And so,
more formally then, for the benefit of my countrymen, it is a great pleasure to have you with us. O great champion of Eorzea, scion of the Seventh Dawn, warrior of light, and all-around good egg, I'm sure.
Yeah, tell us all about yourself. What is this place and who are you? Yeah, who are you and what do you do exactly?
A fool with too many scars and knees that ache in the winter. The name's Shirabat and I attend to business here. As for what sort of business, how can I put it? Razatan welcomes delegates from other lands to oversee trade and diplomatic dealings. And then there are military matters to discuss, which is why all these officers are stationed here in Sundrop. I imagine you're more than familiar with each of the nations they represent, yes?
Who we got?
We've got representatives from Doma,
including someone with an arm and a sling. But she can still bow to us. And then,
Uldar and Alamigo.
Nice to meet you too.
Limsa.
Hey there, big man. Yeah, you give me that salute.
Britannia.
Well, you got your Twin Adder logo blazing across your chest, man.
And last but never let it be least, Ishgard. They're the eyes, ears, and mouths that bridge the distance between Razatan and their respective homelands.
Nice to meet you too.
We use this brief respite to share the details of our plight with our overseas counterparts. And wouldn't you know it, all of their leaders requested a few words from you specifically. You're a woman in high demand, eh? And so, would you mind regaling us with your own account? Indulge us before you indulge yourself.
Alright then. So yeah, let's all sit down together and I'll give you full information on what's happened from 80 to 85. Well, thank you for the report. The conditions under which men are turned to beasts, the etheric anomalies you have observed, you have given us much to consider. It is concerning that the first transformation apparently occurred before the scars turned red. It is contrary to what one would expect.
Thankfully, the information you conveyed to Lucia upon your return from the moon has already proved invaluable. As soon as reports of the calamity here in Thavnir reached the Grand Company of Eorzea and our Far Eastern allies, our leaders knew at once that the final days were indeed upon us. They began taking steps to assess the extent of the phenomenon's spread. Our agents were able to confirm that, for the time being, the skies burn only over the Bounty, including this island and Corvus.
Well, at least we know it's limited for now.
Alas, that is of little comfort.
Aye, all throughout Allied lands there have been reports of people transforming into hideous beasts. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, if it's not just here, from what little we have learned, these incidents are similar in nature to that involving the merchant Karl Zal. As was the case here, the victims underwent the change prior to the heavens being set ablaze. And so, while the burning scars have yet to manifest beyond the Bounty, the transformations do not appear to be subject to any similar restriction. If anyone, anywhere, overcome by despair can turn, then nowhere is safe. So what do we do?
That's about the size of it. Speaking of which, we ought to give these creatures a name, don't you think?
Well, we know what they're called around here.
Here in Razatan, we've taken to calling the first to change, which tend to be the biggest, blasphemies.
As fitting a name as any, to ensure clarity in future communications, we shall urge our comrades to adopt this terminology.
Our leaders have taken measures to deal with the threats to the best of our abilities.
And have you done that? What's the Sultana up to? Oh, each nation has assembled their own groups of elite soldiers to put down these so-called blasphemies and their spawners when they appear. At the same time, they are doing all in their power to put the people's minds at ease and prevent panic and fear from spreading. That said, brave souls with the strength and fortitude to fell these terrible beasts are not easily found. Clearly.
Just so, and it is for that very reason we turn to you. Pray lend us your strength and help us to slay the blasphemies that plague our homelands.
Yeah, think we can do it? Even with everything that's going on?
Now, you don't have to give your reply before dinner. I should also mention that each blasphemy seems to possess wildly different characteristics. What works well against one may serve you poorly against another. So before you go rushing off to save everyone's day, have a word with the delegates. They'll tell you what to expect.
Alright, we'll do that. So we're all done here?
And with that, I do believe our friend has a feast to attend. Spare a thought for us while you're tucking into all that fine cuisine, eh?
Alright. You now gained access to the role quest for Endwalker. A separate quests line and story is now available for tank, melee DPS, physical range DPS, magical range DPS, and healer roles. To undertake these quests, speak with any of the delegates in Sundrop and agree to help defeat the blasphemies that plague their respective homelands. I believe we can do just that. So we'll speak with the soldier again. Pray forgive Shir about her rudeness. She can be a bit boisterous at times, but it is simply her nature. Anyway, I apologize for keeping you from your hard-earned rest. You will be rejoining your companions, yes? Do you know the way to the Mahane? We can just take the Aetheryte. Yeah, I know where we're going. Glad to hear you're becoming familiar with our fair city. You'll be pleased to hear that all drinks are on the house, so order whatever suits your fancy. And with that, I must return to my post. On behalf of all the Radiant hosts, I thank you and your friends once more for lending your strength and courage to Razat Han in our time of need. We shall endeavor to fight the good fight to the end, that we might honor Awan's legacy and serve Master Vicha well. You have my word that your efforts will not be in vain. Thank you very much, sir. So yeah, since each of the separate versions has their own quest, you have to go to a different location for it. In the case of a Dragoon or any other melee DPS, we have to speak with the guy from Limsa if we want to go where we need to go. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Why can't the Dragoon go and hook up with the guy from Ishgard? Well, seems like the Ishgard guy, yeah, he's over here, but he's got to get help from somewhere else. So, yeah, be that as it may, we'll come back and hook up with the Leminson delegate here, because now that we're at level 88, we will have plenty of opportunities to come back here and help him out. So, let's be on our way. We have a feast to go and attend. Over to the Mahane. Oh, and there are now side quests over here too in Razat Han. Wow, we will not be lacking for quests around here now, will we? Hey there, Mahil.
Welcome. When the Sarchop asked us to entertain a party of honored guests, I was wondering who it might be. This is a lovely surprise to say the least. By the way, I heard all about Kozol from your friend Graha. I understand that there was nothing that could be done, but I was heartened to hear he meant just no harm. I cannot thank you enough for dispatching the beasts. As the smallest token of our thanks, your food and drink tonight are Merheed's treats. Speaking of which, what shall I start you off with?
A piping hot mug of chai, a glass of your final local spirits, or just water? No, we want to dig into that chai too.
As you wish. Pray join your friends and I will bring you your drink.
As we all chill out over here.
Welcome back. Whatever did the Radiant want with you, pray tell?
More content.
Our allies have sent military delegates? That's news to me. Mind sharing the details?
I believe I can. And so, later that night... Oh, come and join us at the table.
Blasphemies now plague all the realm.
It will only get worse if what Father said is true. As it did in Amarot.
If that's our model, then shouldn't we expect the effects to grow more severe as it feeds off its own spread? As if people transforming into those monstrosities wasn't bad enough. If the flora and fauna, if the land itself turned against us.
No one would survive.
So what do? As our chai comes in.
Here's your order, friend.
It's quite a substantial cup there. Yeah, shall we enjoy?
May you find comfort in these dark times.
Where do we go from here?
Yeah.
If there's one thing we've learned, fighting blindly and simply reacting to what comes will accomplish nothing. We must find a solution that addresses the fundamental cause. Before our strength is exhausted, before this crisis spirals out of control. Is there something, anything we've overlooked?
We're bound to find something.
If there is an answer, Hydaelyn herself will have it. 'Twas she who bound Zodiac and forestalled the final days. Alas, we have heard naught from her since the Tower of Babel. Whether she cannot or will not speak, I can only speculate. Even the flower she gave us is no more.
Sadly. Hey there, Bubba. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. What do we do? As we think about how wonderful that flower was. Yeah, we called it Elpis. Yeah, let me tell you about what the Watcher told me.
So advised the Watcher. But what could be the significance of that name? It is entirely unfamiliar to me.
To me as well. It meant something to the ancients, though. In our time.
Most surely. Yet I do not recall a single mention of it in the records of Anida.
And you were in there for some time.
Another dead end. And quite literally. It's not as if there are any ancients living we could go and ask.
We could have asked Fane Daniel, but I doubt he would have given us an answer. What are you thinking?
Not alive as such, but not quite dead.
Yeah, what's on your mind there, Graha?
Elidibus.
Wait, what?
I sealed him in the White Horusite of the Crystal Tower back on the first. Contained within that reservoir of ether that maintains it, ether that is returned little by little to the sea. Naught may remain of his soul.
But...
However, if part of it lingers, we might be able to speak with him there.
But would he even entertain talking to us?
I know we can no longer make that journey, but you, my friend, still can.
You want me to do what? Yeah, it's worth a try. It would be an opportunity to look in on the others as well, or if there's truly no other way.
I understand your trepidation, but there is merit in making the journey regardless. You could see with your own eyes whether the first, too, faces its final days.
If nothing else, should we learn the first is safe, we'll have that much more reason to keep fighting the good fight. That said, the odds are not in our favor, to say the least.
Well, at least not right now.
Which is why we're fortunate to have Urianger up there on the moon, working hard to make all the necessary preparations for our departure, should it come to it.
And why we have nothing to lose by staying the course till the last instant.
Indeed. To the last, let us all do what we can. I will consult with Master Matoya and see if she knows of a way to reach Hydaelyn from the Ethereal Sea.
And I will visit the nation's leaders and attempt to ascertain how far the final days have progressed elsewhere.
Keep me abreast of your findings. I can seek out and slay the worst of the immediate threats, if only to slow the spread.
Unease, terror, despair. Try as we might to suppress them, these emotions will return to harry us time and time again. But when they do, remember this. Your friends and loved ones are out there somewhere, sharing in your struggle. You are not alone.
Yeah, it seems like
so
we got...
ends the brief respite before the next revelation.
You again, Emmett?
Yes. So much left for you to see.
Yeah, still another second half of the game left.
Where beginning ends, and end begins.
And there's still a whole second half of the game left to look at. Alright, Thancred. We'll complete this quest with you. Now then, is there anything we've forgotten to mention? Are your arms and armor in good order? Yeah, they are. In fact, I picked up some good upgrades in the previous dungeon. In that case, it's time we each attended to our tasks. And when you arrive on the first, give my regards to Reen. Tell her I miss her. Of course. So we'll take our 481,800 experience points and 1,261 gil. And achieve the achievement, Oh Higher. Now, obviously this is going to be an 86. It is. Alright, we will leave the 86 until next time because not only are there now a whole bunch of side quests available here in Razad Han, but there's also on top of that the brand new melee DPS job quests available from the Limsa representative, as well as all the brand new side quests that appeared in Palaka's stand. So, yeah, I think without further ado, we should start checking these off the list. So, shall we head on back to Palaka's stand and start doing something about this? Yeah, this will very easily take us to the end of the day at the very least. So, we have no less than 8 of them. But we're gonna do it, we're gonna get it done. Let's start checking them all off. We'll begin by speaking with Jub Kall and taking on his quest entitled Curry for the Watch. Jub Kall has a pair of metal containers in his hands and they appear to be piping hot. You're the traveler who rescued the child of Mevon and Kasarov, yes? Do you have a moment to spare for the brave souls that watch over our village? Yeah, we're only an hour and a half in there, Baba. We're not even done here. With the Radiant hosts short-handed, the courageous among us have volunteered to climb those treacherous cliffs and keep lookout for any approaching beasts. It will make their long days easier with a home-cooked meal, but I cannot reach the summit on my own. Every mount that might carry me there is otherwise indisposed, but I don't believe that will prove a problem to one so resourceful as you. If you'll be so kind, please deliver these meals to the lookouts at the summit. I'll pay you for your troubles if that will help speed things along. I mean, we're grateful for the stuff, but that doesn't mean that I'm obliged or anything. But yeah, we did pick up along the way the gauntlets here, as well as a necklace and a pair of earrings, so that was very fortunate, as well as a ring of slaying that we did pick up back in the Tower of Babel. And because I do now have full ability to fly, things should go along a lot more quickly. So let's see if we can get stuff done. Yeah, we're only an hour and a half in. We're still gonna go for quite a while. I imagine I'll be able to check everything off that's left here in Razad Han, or rather Thavnair, and also that's a level 90 hunt. Good luck whoever wants to try that. Let me see if I can warn people.
Yeah, and I don't have level 90, so I can't participate in that exactly. So the first one's gonna be up here. Here's our first lookout. The smells set my stomach rumbling to something fierce. Pray tell me you have brought one enough to share. We have indeed. Here you go. Oh, it's all for me! Why, thank you. I was beginning to dread the rest of my watch. There's nothing like a spiced curry to keep hunger away. I've never seen a container quite like this before. Not a drop of curry was spilled in your flight, and it's still piping hot. Thank you, friend. Yeah, they must have thermoses here. Let's go find the other lookout. Up and over to find lookout number 2. Taking care of a bird. I can't even see who this person is. Yeah.
The sounds of my stomach would drown out the alarm. Say, you didn't bring anything to eat, did you?
Oh, indeed I have. Here you go.
I knew I recognized that heavenly scent. Spices to fortify the spirits and tea to sharpen the senses. This will tide me over until my replacement arrives.
Well, enjoy. Back over to Aposaka. And it's also so good to have the Raza Hanath right now available. Alright, Jukai, we're back. Or Jukal, rather. I can see you've delivered the meals. If you had eaten them, I would be able to smell your guilt. I am grateful, as I'm sure the lookouts are as well. Long ago, we would post soldiers upon those cliffs that we might see invaders approaching by sea. To think something much worse would eventually cross the ocean. Regardless, we are blessed that nature has provided us with a way to watch for danger. I hope to keep our lookouts fed for as long as I can. Well, good luck with that. So, we'll take our now 188,000 experience points and 735 gil. And then let's go on into this house to find a young lady known as Messiah. And we'll go ahead and take on her quest entitled Tea Foretell. Messiah wishes to read the fate of a brave adventurer. Oh, you're a fortune teller, huh?
You have a look in your eyes I am well familiar with. You wish to see the threads of fate which guide you, yes? What if I told you that they could be illuminated through the fine art of reading chai tea?
Yeah, I guess they don't use cards here. Yeah, explain.
Yes, the last remnant of a cup of tea can show your fate. The leaves and spices in the cup spelling out a message for those who can read it. This art has been perfected over generations in Thavnair, and I'm willing to share it with you. Are you willing to take my gift?
In order to complete this quest, yes.
Splendid! Before we begin, however, you must gather the spices we will use with your own hands. It's the only way to attune the tea to your destiny. I am marked on your map a location where you can harvest 3 different spices. You will choose 2 of these, and do not make this choice lightly. It may very well decide the course of your future.
I can only choose 2, huh? Alright. Well, let's see what we're getting ourselves into. Yeah, this ought to be interesting. Yeah, given that I really haven't done any side quests yet with any of my other characters, except for the ones that are Aetheryte oriented, there is not much really else I know. Alright, so yeah, this is literally right down at the end. Alright, we have a Thavnarian Bay Leaf. Let's see what we've got first. A Needle Leaf. And what's the third item? It's the third item hiding behind here. Why can I only see 2? Why do I be able to see all 3 before making a decision? Good thing I got away from that guy, but he can still hit me. Oh, here we are. Here's option number 3. We also have Singabera roots. Alright. The fortune teller wrote that the root of the Singabera raises body temperature to expel toxins and other harmful substances from the body. Alright, so we know what that does. And then with the bay leaf.
They wrote that the bay leaf proves the workings of the stomach, preventing discomfort and embarrassing regularities in the gut. Wow. And as for the needle leaf, wrote that the needle leaf dispels negative thoughts, bringing a sense of calm to those who consume them. Yeah, I don't think we need to worry about our gut. We'll take the needle leaf. And we'll also take the root. Alright, let's return them. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if anyone who watches that who does this quest, it'd be interesting to see what combinations they choose. And if you're watching this on YouTube later on and you did do this quest, tell me in the comments which of the various ingredients you chose. Let's speak with Messiah.
You have returned with the spices, I see. You hold your future in your hands. Now give them to me and I shall brew a tea you are not soon to forget.
And so, she has at it. Obviously, she's got to do grinding of the spices and everything else.
And here you are. This tea will decide your destiny, but that doesn't mean it cannot be delicious as well. I hope I don't have to convince you to drink it until the final drop.
Well, it's not exactly Maxwell House, but alright. Let's have a slug. We seem to like this.
See? Delicious, yes? Now, pass the cup to me, and I will read your fate. Ah, most curious. Fascinating. Oh ho! There is great wealth in store for you, but only if you make the right choices. Lay down your weapons and pick up a map and tools. The trade will be well worth it.
Well, maybe once I'm done as Warrior of Light I can engage in that sort of thing, but this isn't the time for that, sadly.
Well, how does it feel? A glimpse of foresight is often an enlightening experience, and I hope that my humble skills can dispel doubts in the days ahead. Thank you for giving me the chance to hone my craft further.
In the meantime, we'll help ourselves to the experience, 735 gil, and 2 servings of Carne Yarek, which is a tank food. Alright, that was an interesting little thing we just got to see. Alright, let's keep going around the horn and speak with the Seasoned Hunter to take on his quest entitled Dreams of Venom. You're not gonna be having a black symbiote on you, are you? The Seasoned Hunter seeks a seasoned partner. The stories paint you as ferocity incarnate, and by the sight of you, I don't reckon they are far from the truth. Even though I'm cute and adorable with pink hair and flowers within. You mind lending me an ounce of that ferocity to catch some prey? The healers from the village have tasked me with hunting down a beast possessing a right deadly venom. I'm at a loss as to how to go about it, but with 2 strapping hunters, I'm sure we'll find a way. So, are you with me? I am. I look forward to seeing what you can do. Until then, well then, our mark is to the north. I trust that you'll keep up with me. Alright, let's go follow. Yeah, lead on there, Eddie. Yeah, screw Topher Grace. Onto the Seasoned Hunter. You came. Good. I thought there was a slim possibility you'd lose heart and slink off, but I'm glad to be proven wrong. I've set up 3 traps around the perimeter. Pieces of fresh meat mixed with medicine that'll dull the senses of any beast greedy enough to eat them. If they work like I think they should, all you should have to do is scoop up the Bujama up in this sack. Now, animals are not known for sharing, so there's a chance one might try to take our prize. If one does, slay it and bring it to me. I'm sure they'll think of a way to use it. I think I can leave the rest in your hands. I'm off to hunt a different prey, one with too many legs and an altogether unpleasant disposition. When we're both done with our tasks, let's meet back here. Best of luck. Alright. Let's do it. And slay any enemies that appear, which do not include more balls, hopefully. Yeah, back off, ugly. Alright. Let's try and entrap it. We did. And then try it again. That's success, but we can see a purple circle over there. Yeah, this snake is about to get attacked by one of its own. It's like, yeah, what are you doing? Leave him alone! Well, you're gonna get a whole bunch of pain and suffering. So, with Life Surge now enhanced, that means I get to use it a second time. And I can use it twice in a round. So now I get double critical hits. Now let's entrap this one as well. And there we go. Let's head on back. Hey there, Seasoned Hunter. You've got a healthy look about you. I take it that means you avoided any run-ins with the venom, eh? Let me see what you caught. And we also got this. By the 12, you managed to kill one? It takes three of us days of planning to achieve such a feat. Yet you did it with nary a bead of sweating on your brow. The stories were true indeed. I'll take this to the healers straight away. Find me again in the village and you'll have your well-deserved reward. And we will see you there. Alright. Yeah, what the heck is behind me? Well, among other things, a post and a very fancy chocobo barding. That's what's behind me. Alright, back over to the Seasoned Hunter. It's good to see you return, friend. The healers were impressed with our work, but I made sure they knew it was you who single-handedly slew that Bujama. The healers use their venom to make a salve that numbs the skin, useful for when they need to cut the rot out or administer some ghastly treatments. Anyway, good work today. May the hunt be prosperous. Yes, indeed. So we'll take our experience at 815 gil there. And he's on his way. Alright. Now we take a side quest from Utpala and Arkosadara, who will have the next quest for us entitled Quick Heals. Utpala would help the healers do their duty.
Might you have a few moments to spare? Our healers are overwhelmed with the number of injured and sick, and even a single pair of hands will go a long way toward easing their burden.
Alright.
Some of their duties require them to venture into the jungle, a dangerous prospect at the best of times, but a death sentence under current conditions. Perhaps you could lend them your aid?
Yeah.
If you would offer your capable arm to their aid, please do so. They will all be too glad to accept it, I'm sure.
We'll do all we can, so let's go and find this young healer. Are you inside the hut? You are not inside the hut, so you probably... Oh, we are inside the hut. You're right here.
What? You're here to help? Of course, I'm glad for any assistance afforded to me. I have just the task for one such as you, in fact.
And what's that?
In troubled times such as these, it is ever the medicine which first runs dry. I've sent an assistant to procure a resupply from the Great Work, but apparently she's run into a bit of a trouble on her way back. It seems something is preventing her from completing the delivery, although she was scarce on the details. Unfortunately, circumstances being what they are, we haven't been able to spare a single person to send to our aid. Until now, that is. Travel to the Wakeful Toronto where my assistant awaits, and see if you can't solve this little conundrum she's encountered.
Alright, so yeah, it's probably faster to just use the motorcycle. And head on north. Alright, here you are.
Are you here to help? Thank the gods! Apologies for the imposition, but I just can't carry these supplies any further. I'm afraid my constitution doesn't allow for such strenuous labor.
Well then let me handle it. hidden behind the leaf that I am.
You look to have a stout pair of legs under you. Could you deliver the medicine in my stead? I must rest. Yeah, just a bit of a lie down.
Stay underneath cover there, or else you'll be attacked.
It's all in this crate here. Please hurry. The people of Aposaka stand are in dire need. Would that I had more strength to give.
Yeah, we know what we gotta do. Deliver the medicine crate to the healer. You have 4 minutes. Oh, geez. This is quite a trek. Also, turns out there is a connection point between the Wakeful Tirana and Manu getting down here. Or is there? Let me look at the map again. Oh, yeah, there is. Okay. I see how it works. Also, 4 minutes. Considering the little amount of distance we had to cover. Piece of cake. 4 minutes. Yeah, we only got 4 minutes to save the world!
Thank you for picking up the slack, so to speak. I must remember that not all of my assistants are fit for such demanding labor. I will administer this medicine to those in need as soon as I can. It was Upala who entreated you to help me, yes? Pray inform her that all is well and give her my gratitude.
Alright. 4 minutes. I could have done that in less than 1. Now, where's Upala? Did she come up over here? Yeah, where did the girl go? Oh, of course, it's the Akasadara. Memory. Anyway, Upala.
You've been out for quite a while. I trust the healer has kept you busy?
Yes, indeed. And here's what happened.
Oh, she knows who I am! Well, all I did was pass information along, but if she sends her thanks, then who am I to deny them? The healers here have barely had a wink of sleep as of late. I'm no fighter, nor do I have a mind for healing, but I'm happy to help where I can. Here, take this for your kind service.
Thank you very much. We'll take our experience in 895 gil. Yeah, we're just motoring along right now. So half the quests are done, half the quests are left. Alright, so let's keep on going. Over here we'll find Kiride, or Carried, or whatever. Well, let's hope that for her quest that she doesn't need to be carried too much. Let's go ahead and speak with her to take on our next quest entitled Aposaka's Purpose. Carried is short on materials and time.
Oh, you're the one who slew that terrible beast, aren't you? Big and brawny, just the type of woman I'm looking for. I have a job that I believe will suit you perfectly. There's a reward at the end of it, if that motivates you to keep listening.
Sure.
I make my living as a weaver, and I've had an idea to craft armor for the Radiant hosts that defend our walls. However, the skills I require are in short supply. Skills from long-lived Aposaka are nigh indestructible, but such animals lead quick and brutal lives. Finding an aged specimen is difficult, slaying one even more so. Still, they are animals all the same and cannot resist the allure of fresh meat. If you were to use the corpse of a Gusaya, then its scent of its blood will surely draw out a prized specimen. It's a somewhat dangerous task, but I suspect you've seen much worse.
Oh, we have. Especially very recently. Slay a Gusaya and attain its corpse. So let's fly on over to where we can find it. Flying our way through and getting to where we need to be. So it looks like we're gonna have to go across the giant pool where we had to save a drowning baby. Yeah, that was not a great memory to want to have in our minds. Alright there, Tiger King. Let's dance there, Joe Exotic. Yeah, I'm gonna bring everything I got. I hope you do too. Now, lay waste to you just like that. Now place the corpse at the designated location. Yeah, that's certainly a thing now, isn't it? Yeah, that tiger was huge. So where exactly are we taking this? We're taking this just to the west of Aposaka. Or to Palaka, rather. West of Palaka. Incoming! Alright, lie in wait and slay the old Aposaka when it appears. Uh-oh. Never seen that free company handle before. Are the Canadians with a taste for gunge? Meanwhile, here's the Aposaka. Yeah, let's go ahead and lay waste. Yeah, we'll give you what for. And yeah, give it to you just like that. Down you go. Alright, back to Kiride. Or carried. We still don't know how to pronounce it. Alright, over to Kiride.
How goes the hunt? Do you have the scales?
We got him right here.
Why, these are even more splendid than I could have imagined. The Aposaka are dangerous prey to be sure, but the reward from conquering them is well worth it. In all legends, they are portrayed as devils that feast upon the flesh of man. The goddess Mindaruva brought one low by piercing its eye, as nowhere else would yield to her weapon. The legends have an ounce of truth to them. For over many years, the Aposaka's scales have become imbued with metallic substances. By weaving them into thread, one can make a material of uncommon strength. Surely our defenders would appreciate garments made of such material, yes? I cannot find myself, but if such skills as I possess can help us through this struggle, then I must do what I can. And for your part in aiding me in this, take this. You deserve it.
Thank you very much. So we'll take our experience in 815 gil. Alright. Moving on. So we have a male Ori dancer, and it turns out Shinji's not the only one who's into that sort of thing. So let's go ahead and speak with this Ori dancer to take on our next quest entitled Treasure Hunters. The Ori dancer is squinting his eyes at a parchment in his hands. Say, how are you at solving riddles? I've been staring at this parchment for bells and all I've achieved is a terrible headache. If you could spare a moment, might you take a look? Uh-oh. How are we gonna do this? These words were written by a kindly old Akasodara who helped me flee from the beasts. Unfortunately, he was struck in our escape and the healers were unable to save him. Ah. For the compassion he showed me, I would like nothing more than to unravel the meaning of his message. Alas, I fear it's quite beyond me. As the waning sun casts light upon the stone trunk, at its end you shall find a treasure most profound. Wrest the key from crossed hands and open the way to riches. Yeah, I'll probably need to print screen this. Or they might give me the writing that he's got as a way to help me out. Now I know most of these words, but in this order they seem to lose all meaning. I'm having particular trouble with the phrase stone trunk. What could it be referring to? I would say a statue, probably, of an elephant? Yeah, does he write of the Matanga? Ah, indeed. When you put it that way, the link becomes quite clear, and the sun would look quite striking near the font of Maya, where indeed such a statue towers over its surroundings. That must be it. It's worth a look at any rate. I think I'll go now, in fact. Are you coming along? Surely you'd like to know if we've cracked this riddle. Alright. Good, good. It's always better to have a companion at your side. Well then, let's make haste to the font of Maya. First one there gets the pick of the treasure. Well, let's hope there's a treasure to find, and let's hope we guessed correctly. let's be on our way. Yeah, stone trunk seems to be pretty obvious as far as the clue is concerned. Guess that's the other elements, though, that he's gonna have to put 2 and 2 together on. I'm curious, is there a lookout point up here? There is not, and there does not appear to be one over there. Thought I'd take a look. Never hurts, too. Alright there, Dancer. There you are. Just so you know, I was joking about that first pick of the treasure thing. We shall be equal partners, yes? Now, looking at the parchment, there are two locations we should investigate. The treasure this trunk is supposed to lead us toward, and the hand which holds the key. For expediency's sake, I say we split up. Alright then. Where do you want me to go? If this key is located where I think it is, it may be difficult to find without some method of traversing the air. You do appear to be quite strapping, however. Either way, you can choose which one you'd like to investigate. The treasure most profound, or the key from the crossed hands? Yeah, I think we'll go with the key. Yeah, you'll need it to get that treasure chest open. Excellent choice. Well then, I'll leave the parchment with you. I've read it so many times I've quite memorized it. Yeah, I had a feeling you would give us this. If you should become lost in the maze of your own thoughts, simply consult it and it should set you on the right path. Let's commence the hunt, shall we? Have at it, sir. Alright, so they do give us a general area of where to find it. And we may very well have done so. Success. That was easy. It helps when you... Yeah, he said able to fly, so I don't think you could have gotten this without the Aether Currents all attuned. Perfect timing. I've just completed my task. I assume you've done the same? Indeed we have. You truly have the spirit of a treasure hunter. I know we're both burning with curiosity, but let's wait to open this box until we return to Palaka's stand. Mysteries can be so rarely savored. And away he goes. And so shall we. Alright, we've returned. I think I just heard a Moogle as we ran by. Hello there. Finally, you've arrived. Now, the key goes into the lock. Yep, here you go. Curious, this jewel appears to be quite ancient. Judging from the symbols etched into it, it once belonged to an Arkosodara practitioner of magic. Not surprising, I suppose. The place we found it was once used by their mages for various rituals and such. They moved deeper into the jungle during recent years, but my savior likely knew the temple's history. This may have been his way of thanking me for rescuing him, although my efforts were for naught. I feel ill-deserving of such a prize. I shall use this to help the refugees, to rebuild their shattered homes. As for you, well, I did promise you a share, yes? Not exactly half, but I hope it pleases. Yeah, kinda hard to do that with a single jewel. So instead, we'll take our experience in 815 gil. And his task is done. Now we'll go ahead and climb up the stairs to take on our next quest. Around the corner and speak with someone known as Yazan. Let's go ahead and speak with this guy to take on his quests. And there's going to be a photo in this one, so yeah, this appears to be a continuation quest. So we'll take on the quest entitled, What's an Appearance? Yazan is mumbling to himself indistinctly. Oh, excuse me, did you need something? Well, we need to ask you something or just say hello. Wait, you're her! The very woman who saved Mevon's child. Rika, was it? That's right. I knew it. I'm Yazan, an alchemist of the great work. I'm but one of the few who are looking after the child as she makes her recovery. Mevon and Karasov were dear friends of mine. Thank you for everything you've done for their daughter. Her condition is on the mend. I'm sure you'll be glad to hear. We've been taking turns checking in on her. The last thing she needs is a gaggle of dolts fussing over her day and night. What if she starts crying?
That being said, when she is healed fully, there's the question of who will be in charge of her care. For the love I bore her parents, I would gladly take her in as my own, but that would mean raising her away from her home. Moreover, I am yet to be wed, and my duties consume so much of my time I can scarce focus on my own care, let alone that of a growing child. I doubt my ability to give her the love she deserves, love equal to that her parents gave her. She deserves better than that, so I've considered finding someone more suitable. It's the least I could do, and truth be told, perhaps the best option. Even so, although I was born here, much of my life was spent at the Great Work. I'm afraid I haven't the foggiest idea to ask, even if I had the time to do so. You, however, seem to be well loved among the people here. Could you ask around in my stead? It would be a much more effective use of my time to prepare medicine for the wounded and sick. I can do that. I apologize for imposing such an enormous task upon you, but I would trust no one else with it. When you've finished, come to my hut to the south of this settlement, and we can discuss any potential parental candidates. Alright then. Let's do what has to be done. Who will lend them the care that she needs? Can anyone in here do it? That will be a no. We do have an industrious female Arcosadara who we can speak to first.
If you ask me, Passerine is the most motherly among us. She had a child of her own not too long ago, and so I reckon there's no one better for her to be a wet nurse. That being said, times have been troubled for us all. It might be unseemly to ask her to take on such a burden unless she was willing.
Alright. Who else can offer a hand? Anyone in here offering? Nope. Yeah, obviously we gotta keep looking. No one in there, I don't believe, was within the quest perimeter. We do see the other two people here. We have a Cherry resident. Hello there.
Who do I think is most suited to care for the child? Yazan is the obvious choice. Dependable, loyal, and dutiful. Every quality you would desire in a parent. I know he does become so absorbed in his research, but that devotion has made him a peerless alchemist. Who better is there to look after someone so sickly as her?
And then we have a weary resident. It's obviously not going to be this guy. The child, eh? None dote over her quite like Yazan, but I understand alchemy isn't a merciful trade for a parent. Still, there's no one else that comes to mind when I consider the question. I'd volunteer to take her in myself, but with the chaos of recent events, it's difficult enough to see that me and mine are fed and clothed. I know I'm not the only one facing such hardships either. Alright, let's take it back to Yazan. And see what the input of the locals gives him as far as an insight. And also, he obviously came into town. And he's checking over the crates here. He's checking over the supplies. Welcome to my humble workshop, Rika. I'm almost too nervous to ask, but what did the others say? They want it to be you. Someone nominated me. Well, that's neither here nor there. You said Passerine's name was mentioned? She was a good friend to Mavon, it's true, but there are other factors at play that make me reticent to ask her. Simply put, I'd rather not burden her further if it can be avoided. That being said, we don't exactly have the luxury of choice, all things considered. No, we do not. I suppose I'd be remiss if I didn't at least speak with her. I owe the child that much. Will you accompany me, Rika? A supportive presence by my side would help me find the right words. Passerine should be nearby, doubtless watching over her own child. I must deliver this medicine before speaking with her, so please go on ahead. Okay then. Yeah, let's go ahead and meet this Passerine. Who is right over here. Yeah, I was honestly expecting an Arcosodara. So yeah, let's meet with this young lady. Hello there.
Yazan, it's so good to see you. And who's this with you?
Passerine met Rika. She's the hero who saved Mavon and Kassarov's daughter.
Oh, what a pleasant surprise! Thank you for your bravery. I've have heard tell of the troubles she's been through since. I hope that you're able to see her return to health soon.
Yeah, she'll need to get a lot of that drowning water out of her. It has been trying to be sure, but we must look forward to the day she is hale. Everyone is doing their utmost to make it so. The question remains as to where she will go from there, however. I've considered taking her into my home, but I fear my qualifications as a parent are somewhat lacking. I know you've been a dear friend to Mavon, and as such only thought it meet to ask if you are willing to care for her daughter. If you are, I would do everything in my power to see that she is given into your care.
I'm flattered. Mavon was as family to me, and I view her child as my own. I would do anything to see her raised into as a brave a woman as her mother. However, I cannot care for her. I'm not worthy to care for her.
Why not? Worthy? What does that... my apologies. I understand it was a sudden request, and no small one besides. Please, forgive the imposition. I'll be in the village for some time yet. Should you require treatment for you and yours, please seek me out.
I will. Thank you, Yazan.
I would speak with you further, Rika. Let's return to my dwelling. And I'll see you there. Yeah, meanwhile, Anarcha Sodaro is overhearing. Maybe we have a willing volunteer? Well, we'll know as soon as we get on over to Yazan. So let's make our way back over to him. I wasn't too forceful, was I? I simply asked her if she was willing. I didn't mean to make her feel obligated to agree. I found her words somewhat mystifying. Not worthy? What could that mean? I'm usually not one to pry, but this worries me. I consider pursuing a friend, and I am loath to leave her to her troubles. And then there is still the matter of the child. I shall have to think on what to do from here. I may need your help again soon, Rika. I hope you're willing. So we'll take our experience in 935 gills. So, yeah, even though this isn't a Blue Current quest, it is a chain nonetheless. I will get back to you in a moment. For now, I'm going to go over to pick up the last available quests other than the chain. Yeah, this is a chain, but it's an unexpected one. So let's go ahead and speak with this Arkosodara youth to take on his quest entitled My Friend the Yeti. Hey, what a coincidence! The young Arkosodara is staring off into the jungle with worry in his eyes. Oh, excuse me, but you're a traveler, yes? Would you be willing to take on a personal request? I'm worried for the safety of a friend of mine and would ask you to check on them. Alright. Thank you. I know you have no shortage of demands on your time. My friend, you see, is a bit of a private person, and I only wish to know how he is faring after the recent troubles. However, the journey to his abode is much too dangerous for me to attempt alone, and I wouldn't dare ask another villager to go in my stead. A traveler with a sharp blade, however, could surely get the task done with little effort. He resides in the jungle to the northwest, or at least, he used to. I'll mark the location on your map. His name is Sushena, and if you say his name, he should respond. If my worst fears have come to pass and he is wounded, please use this medicine to treat his wounds. You will be rewarded for your efforts, but I suspect you would have helped me even if I had nothing to give in return. Well, that's how we roll as the Warrior of Light. Alright, let's go. Yeah, I needed to deviate a little because I'm still having to refresh my stream on my own laptop. Alright, we arrived at the destination, so we'll go ahead and use the Say to call out for Sushena. You hear faint sounds of an animal in pain emanating from the direction of the bluffs. Investigate its source. Alright, let's go find it. Wow, who was expecting this? The Yeti appears to be wounded. Perhaps the medicine provided to you will alleviate its suffering. So go ahead and give it a little, either rub it on its wounds or allow it to drink it. Although you cannot understand the Yeti's words, you can sense the gratitude behind them.
Return to the young Aposaka and inform him that his friend is well. Yeah, that was easy. Alright then. Bump my mic. Anyway, let's go ahead and speak with this Aposaka. Hello there.
Welcome back, traveler. So how was he?
Oh, he was holding up quite well.
Oh, that's horrible. I still suppose I can be grateful that you could treat his wounds. I owe Sushena my life. When I was attacked by one of those terrible Aposaka, Sushena's roar drove the monster off. That was the start of the beginning of our friendship, one I've treasured ever since. But my family has forbidden me from venturing out into the woods, so I haven't been able to check up on him. I know they're only worried for my safety, but still.
You should explain... Yeah, you should explain everything to them.
You're right, of course. Surely if I explained Sushena's bravery and selflessness, they'd understand. I have nothing to lose by trying anyways. Thank you. Not only did you save Sushena, but you reminded me what true friendship is worth. It's not much, but please take this.
So we'll take our experience, and 815 gil, and 2 portions of lentil curry. Alright, back to the chain. Yeah, that was a nice little respite. But now, let's speak with Yazan to continue the chain quests, with the level 80 quest entitled Curing What Ails. Yazan requires a capable green thumb to assist him. Well then, if you're willing, I have a task that requires immediate attention. It's simple, but essential, namely, the gathering of herbs. The child is in a vulnerable state, and I would fortify her against further sickness. There are also more wounded in this village than I anticipated, and my stores have begun running low. It would be best to replenish them while time affords us an opportunity. Can I count on you to help me? Of course. Splendid. I require several of the reddish soma herbs which grow among the shrubbery to the northeast. With both of us working in tandem, I wager we should have enough gathered before the next bell. Alright. We're going northeast to find what we need. So let's have it and get there. Alright, we see the first of the items. Let's go ahead and interact with this shrub. And there's another thing over there at the base of the tree. Get that one. And there's the third. But we're gonna have to fight for this one. Chocobo! Please come out! Have at it. Yeah, come at me with both hands, both snakes coming at me. Well, I got just the remedy for that. Pure annihilation. Yeah, we'll get you out of the way. And down you go. Alright, that takes care of that. Let's go pick from this other shrub. These appear to be the herbs you seek, but only their stems remain. Another enterprising alchemist must have already been here. Well, let's inform Yazan then. Hey there, Yazan. I saw the creatures emerge from the brush, but you felled them before I had a chance to be frightened. I'm glad you survived unscathed. If that had been me... Yeah, if that had been you, it would have been game over. Anyway, did you manage to find the Soma? Indeed we have. Excellent work, excellent work. My search came up fruitless. It appears we're not the only ones seeking this particular herb. Yeah, let's find out why. It shouldn't come as a surprise, I suppose. This area is well known for the medicinal plants which grow here. If my supplies run low once more, perhaps I should ask the villagers if they have any to spare. For now, I believe we found all we can. Let's return to Aposaka's stand. Alright, see you there.
Okay, we are back. Let's speak with Yazan. As I suspected, we weren't the only ones searching the jungle. I returned to my quarters to find a bag positively stuffed to the brim with herbs, including Soma, in fact. I asked a nearby colleague who delivered this bounty, and they told me it was one of the Akasodara stewards. I believe I know who it is. Her name is Sula. A shy one, but obviously kind of hot. I spied her eavesdropping during our conversation with Passerine. Poorly, I might add. Ah, you noticed too, huh? I apologize for asking more of you at the end of a trying day, but would you speak with her for me? Offer our thanks for the herbs, and perhaps find out if she knows anything of Passerine's troubles. For my part, I'll begin synthesizing the medicine at once. Sula should be somewhere nearby. I pray you have a productive conversation. Let's hope so. So yeah, let's find where she is. She's conveniently right over here. Hello there, Miss Sula.
Oh, you are... I mean, who are you? Do you require something from me?
Yeah, you know something, don't you?
The herbs! I came upon them while hunting, nothing more. I have heard that the medicine made from them is effective in treating the ailments of young children. It seemed only meet that I should do my part, as it were.
Yeah. What do you know of Passerine's troubles, or why were you eavesdropping our conversation?
That... Well, very well. I believe I can shed some light on the roots of Passerine's distress. That is what you wish to hear, yes? Yazan asked you to speak with me, just as he asked you to gather his herbs.
That's right.
Well then, perhaps it is best for us to all speak together. Go to him and allow me some time to gather my thoughts. I shall approach you when I am ready.
Alright. So back on over to Yazan. And let's see what needs to be said. You're just in time. I only just finished synthesizing the medicine. So, did Sula tell you anything of interest? She's about to, hopefully. Well, well. I suppose I can hear straight from her. I appreciate that you felt it fit to include me.
Firstly, I owe you an apology. I was sneaking about out of concern for Passerine. I know what it is that weighs on her mind, you see.
Let me guess, it ended with someone that she knew who got turned?
That is what you want to know, yes? The story is troubling to hear, and even more troubling to relate. Before I tell it, you must promise me that you will be her strength in the days to come.
Of course, anything to help a friend. Where to begin?
Dazar, her beloved husband, was killed. When the veil of chaos descended upon the world, he fled into the jungle and transformed into one of those terrible beasts. He returned here a monster, where my sister Chopper met his wrath. Neither of them survived the ensuing struggle.
Yeah, I kinda had a feeling it was something like that.
I was there as well. Despite his monstrous form, I knew it was the Tsar. I froze in terror while Chopper stood undaunted. She fought alone for my cowardice. It was my fault she died. I knew this, and yet... I laid the blame on Passerine's shoulders. I lashed out at her, cursing her for her husband's cowardice.
Speaking of things... You are going to be someone I have no interest in speaking to, at least right now. But we can leave that for another time.
When we should have both comforted the other in mourning, I turned my back on her. I left her to bear the burden of not one, but 2 deaths. It is only natural that she'll be hesitant to look after another given that. I was a fool to condemn Passerine when it was my duty to protect the people here. I have wanted nothing more than to apologize since that day, but I fear my words were too cruel to forgive. I cannot stand to meet her gaze.
So what do we do? It was a difficult time for everyone. We often lose ourselves in moments of crisis, but so long as we find our way back, we are worthy of forgiveness. Chopper would agree, I'm sure. She wouldn't blame you for what happened, nor would she want you to blame yourself. Passerine doubtless feels the same.
You are right. I must apologize to her. That is the only course. Rika, was it? I will speak with Passerine, but I require some time to muster my courage. Soon, I promise.
Alright, we'll hold you to it. So we'll take our experience at 1,015 gil. So yeah, it's now up to Sula to take this quest on further. Let's speak with her to take on her quest entitled The Sins We Bear. Sula looks eager to leave Palaka's stand, but to where is not clear. I think it's very clear.
Thank you for lending me near to my troubles, Rika. If you are willing, there is a place I would travel to, and I wish for you to accompany me. Administering to my duties may help calm my nerves. To that end, I mean to inspect the temples for signs of disrepair. After we have finished, I hope to find the courage to once again look Passerine in the eyes. With all the monsters about, most of my attention of late has been focused on finding and protecting those who have fled. With the arrival of the Radiant Host, however, there is finally time to attend to this long-neglected duty.
I too must ask that you go with Sula. Knowing that the holy places are being cared for may set these people's hearts at ease. Even an ounce of comfort is precious in these trying times. Much appreciated. Would that I could join you, but I'm afraid an alchemist's tools are of little use against fangs and claws. That doesn't mean I'll stand idly by, however. I'll remain here and continue making medicine for the children. My hands may be clumsy with sword and shield, but there are few more adroit with mortar and pestle.
We are blessed indeed to have a pair such as you looking after us. Well then, let us begin the troll.
The patrol, rather, the troll.
Our first destination shall be Parusa in the southeast. It is a bit of a trek, so make the proper arrangements before departing.
Alright, then away we go. So, let's see what needs to be done as we join up with Sula over at Parusa. Alright, so it seems that she's just off to the side of it. I guess I have to speak with her here and then go to do an inspection.
It has been some time since I set foot in these hallowed grounds. In times bygone, there were even more such places in this region, but many were removed to Vanaspoti.
And we all know how that ended.
From one of the divinities worshipped here were the words passed down, that we might send off our departed with its wisdom. Just as life leads to death, so too does death lead to life. Do not shed tears for the departed, for they have but set foot upon a new journey. Do not be forlorn that your paths have diverged, but look forward with joy to the day that they might cross again. For as long as I can remember, I followed in my sister's footsteps. In her absence, I have felt lost. Whenever I think to forge a path of my own making, my legs become heavy and my heart becomes anxious.
Yeah, your sister would want you to move forward with courage, or sometimes standing still offers a new perspective, but yeah, you need to show some courage, young lady.
Thank you, Rika. Yezon has a generous soul, and to have your wisdom to buoy me is more than I deserve. Would that I could open my heart to Passerine in such a way. This part of the temple appears to be well kept. Let us check the other side, shall we?
Alright. Yeah, I don't have time for you guys. We have to make our way to the opposite side, though. And reunite with Sula.
This area is in ghastly shape. Scratches here and cracks there. Will you help me investigate further? We'll recover more ground by searching separately. I shall search around this area. I trust you do your due diligence.
We'll go ahead and do that. Investigate the 3 damaged stones. We see one over here. The stones here are crumbling and fragments of them litter the ground. It would be best to replace them. Yeah, because they could easily get knocked over. gonna try and scan the area for what we need. Nothing is below me. Yeah, where are these things? Yeah, we're gonna have to put up the Langer doing their crap. Okay, there's one. Let's check this one out. The stones here are cracked and require repair. We still need to find one more. And it's right over here. The stones of the foundation appear to be unstable. However, filling in the areas where the grout has fallen away should remedy that. Alright, let's see what Sula has to say. Make our way back.
Have you finished? Was it as bad as it looks?
It could be, depending on your perspective.
I see. This may have been the site of a battle or some other horrible conflict. I must do what I can to see it repaired. Though this temple may be remote, the devout do come here on occasion to offer their prayers. Thank you for helping me today. This has helped me forget the crises that plague us and remind me of simpler times. When we look after the roads and protect the pilgrims on our journeys, I ever looked forward to setting out on patrol with my sister by my side. But I must find a way to manage without her, to set foot upon my own path. My first step must be to apologize to Passerine, even if she may refuse it. No more distractions. That being said, if you are by my side, it may be all the easier for me to find the right words.
Especially as the thunder and lightning rolls in. Let's get back to Palaka. Alright. Yeah. She instantly teleported through there. Let's speak with Passerine to complete the quest.
Oh, hello, Rika. And Sula.
I take it your patrol was fruitful. I just administered a soothing salve to Passerine's child. She sleeps soundly now, so us speaking should not wake her up.
Passerine, I'm sorry. I should not have said all of those horrible things before. I was not in my right mind. It was my fault my sister was killed. I stood frozen in fear when the Tsar attacked, yet when it was all over, I placed the blame on you. I was a fool! No, Sula, you were right. It was I who couldn't ease his troubles. It was my fault he succumbed to the despair that gnawed at his heart.
Yeah, we all lost something during this tragedy, but through no one's fault but fate. Yeah, and we shouldn't blame ourselves for their cruelty. Yeah.
There is reason in your answer, of course, but forgiveness of the self is no simple matter. I'm overjoyed to speak with you again, Sula. However, I'm afraid I need more time to come to terms with everything that has occurred.
And away she goes.
Would that I knew how much Passerine was suffering. I could have been there to comfort her. Perhaps there is something I can do now. Something to set her upon the right path.
Let's hope you're right, as we take our experience in 1015 Gil. And we gotta pass things over now to Yazan. Let's go ahead and speak with him to take on the last part of this chain quest entitled Societal Alchemy. Yazan has one final request to make of you. It is plain that Passerine is not yet ready to forgive herself, but I'm at a loss as to what we should do. Do we leave her be? Or is there some way we can help?
I, for one, will not stand idly by while she suffers alone. Perhaps if she had something to remind her of her beloved, she would more easily accept his loss. Passerine never did have the chance to say her farewells. Rika, I'm afraid I must ask for your aid once more. Will I have it?
You may indeed.
It appears I shall be in your debt again, but it is well worth it. During the chaos, most of us fled northwest to the bridge. Let us retrace those steps and we may find something that belonged to the Tsar. Pick up anything that catches your eye and we can share what we have found once we reach the bridge.
Alright. Thank you for all you've done for Sula thus far, Rika.
the spirits are already much improved for your efforts. Let's hope that we can effect the same change in Passerine. The Tsar did enjoy his jewelry and baubles, so it isn't inconceivable that he may have dropped something as he fled. If you should spy anything glittering in the brush, it couldn't hurt to pick it up. Alright, we'll do that. Away we go. So what shall we find as we approach this building? Alright, we found something of interest, the glittering objects. We do see something else over there too. But this is what we didn't want to see. A more ball. Yeah, let's throw everything we have at this thing. Yeah, jump once, jump twice. Throw in some true north. And we'll get rid of this ugly piece of crap. Yeah, just lay it right into ya. And with double life surge, I can now do 2 critical hits against a freak of nature like you. And you're down. Alright. It appears that's all we needed to find. We found the right locations, and let's speak with Sula.
How goes the search? I found this necklace among the underbrush. One of the Tsar's favorites, but it seems to me it's the jewel that made it shine so brilliantly. Ah, what's that in your hand?
Yeah, would it happen to just be the thing you're looking for?
Why, this is it! The very jewel I spoke of! We make an excellent team, eh? However, we cannot give this to Passerine as it is. We must repair it first. Doubtless your son will be able to lend his expertise in that respect. Let us return to the village and speak with him.
Alright. Yeah, that didn't take long at all. And hey, lucky me, first try. Alright, we're back. Back over to Yazan. Sula has told me all about your findings. Quite excitably, in fact. She's gone to find materials so she can polish the necklace to a mere sheen. As for the jewel, I believe I can take it off your hands for the time being. Alright, here you go. It turns out it's materia. This repair should prove simple enough. Adhesive is one of the most elementary recipes. Yeah, I guess you also have some goldsmith prowess in you too. Once the necklace is in presentable shape, I'll bring Sula to visit Passerine. Could you go ahead and tell her to wait for us? If we take longer than expected, I trust you can keep her enraptured with one of your grand tales. I suppose I can do that. So, back on over to Miss Passerine. Yeah, she doesn't have her baby with her right now. So obviously she'll be open to listening to us. At least that's what I'm hoping for.
You have something for me? I don't recall asking anything of you.
Well, think nothing of it. Yeah, we're back.
Passerine, I would like you to have this, please.
Yeah, you need to have this.
This is the Tsar's necklace. Oh, he was so proud the day he bought this. How in the world did you find it? I had naught but memories to remind me of him, but the sight of this makes me feel that he isn't so far away after all. There is nothing I can do to change the past, but I can work to help give us both a brighter future. This was the least I could do, and I could not have done it without the help of these two. Thank you for this gift, truly, and for your wise words. I see now that you're right. We mustn't let the tragedies of yesterday keep us rooted in place.
Well, it takes us a single step forward, but you must want to take it. Or sometimes we must stop to consider the best way forward, but yeah. We'll do a little Confucius on her. Well said, well said. Might I add that wounds heal more quickly when a salve is applied to them. When we ignore the pain they cause, they rot. We must take action to see them healed, and rest when we are tired. Only when our energy returns can we move forward, carefully, one step at a time.
Yes, one step at a time.
So after some pondering...
Yason, If it isn't too much trouble, could I help to care for the child? The scars of recent tragedy are yet too fresh for me to take care of her entirely by myself, but even so, that doesn't mean I cannot assist in some small way.
Well, at least we got that as a start.
I have my own child to look over, of course, but still, if you were to take the child under your wing, I'd be happy to assist you whenever you needed me. For the time being, I could be her wet nurse. Any medicine she requires would be your responsibility, I suppose. Together, we can see that she emerges from her affliction as hale as any newborn babe.
That's a splendid idea, I must admit. I could hardly think of a better arrangement myself.
I shall hunt and bring food for the child that she might grow to be strong like her father and mother. That is what Chopper would do, and one step at a time I shall make her proud.
So, do what you need to do, Sula.
The emptiness I feel at Dazar's loss will take some time to fill, but I believe in time I will heal. He would want me to heal. Allow me to thank you once again for all you've done. We owe you more than we can repay. Now, I would like to see the child for myself.
Yeah, where is the child right now, by the way?
I'm not one for the subtleties of conversation, but I'd say that went as well as could be expected, wouldn't you? Now, come back to my workshop. There's something I'd like to give you.
And I shall see you there. Alright, heading on back. Let's go see how this ends with Mr. Yazan. We've seen how it ends with the ladies.
Truth be told, I had already resolved to raise the child myself, but the prospect of having a helping hand is comforting indeed. I suppose the true work starts from here, eh? I'm glad to have finally have good news to share with Karasov and Mevon. I've been so occupied with the treating of sick and injured that I've had little time to think of the departed. My friends really are gone, but I can still honor their memory.
Anything particular in mind?
If anything has become clear from recent events, it is that the peoples of this settlement must speak with one another about their troubles. Solitary thoughts so quickly turn dark. I'm more than capable of treating the wounds we can see, but it takes a community to heal those that are hidden. I admit the latter prospect may take some time for me to become accustomed to.
Yeah. Don't be so hard on yourself, your presence puts others at ease. You'll find a way as an alchemist friend and a father, so yeah. Your presence puts others at ease, so that'll help you out.
I didn't mean to get myself entangled into such serious matters when I set out to speak with Passerine. So much for that relaxing life I was looking forward to. Regardless, I apologize for dragging you along all this time, even though I doubt we would have arrived at such an amiable conclusion without you. So, I retract my apology. Although her parents are no longer with us, I must do my utmost to raise their child in a way that will meet with their approval. I owe my friends that much.
And so, with that, we'll take our experience, 1015 gil, plus the choice of the various foodstuffs, including the Healer's Beet Soup, the Glory Bee Soup for Mage DPS, Tank's Hamsa Curry, or Tank's Kanayarik. Yeah, they definitely are trying to tell us something, so we'll just take some more Hamsa Curry. But there is a bonus quest in store, so yeah, there always is a bonus quest when chain quests converge, so we might as well speak with Yazan then to finish this off. And we'll speak with him for his quest entitled A Budding Adventure. Yazan has yet another favor to ask of the only adventurer he knows.
Ah, Rika, just the woman I was hoping to see. Now that I've had the opportunity to speak with more of the people here, I realize their plight is even more dire than I had imagined. The recent crisis has caused the flow of supplies to grind to a halt, and the people can scarcely meet their daily needs. This would be the case even without the influx of refugees. One way we might alleviate this is to requisition a shipment from Yedlamad, but the process takes precious time. I fear that many would starve before we see a single sack of grain. All of this is exacerbated by the lack of able-bodied fighters. The wounded are many, and there are few who have the strength and skill to guard us from the beasts lurking in the forests. The Radiant Host would give their lives to protect us, and have, but every day more of them are injured. bravery alone is only worth so much in the face of overwhelming numbers. And while I am much appreciative of your help so far, I am not so naive as to think that you will remain here indefinitely. Had we had another of your skill to aid us, we might at least stand a chance to weather the worst of this storm. However, my time at the Great Work was largely in solitude, and the people of this village know little beyond its walls. But you've been to the furthest reaches and back, yes? Do you know of anyone else who might lend their stout arm to these humble folk? I know just such an adventurer, as fierce as I, if not more so, or I know someone who could give the merchants proper motivation for a speedy delivery. Yeah, I think either or will do just fine. I knew I could count on your wide web of storied personages. Ogul and Kankana, you say? I believe we may be able to kill two birds with one stone with that pair. Unfortunately, my hands are full meeting the medicinal needs of the village. Seeing as you're already acquainted with these fellows, could you appeal to them on our behalf? Apologies for once again putting so much on your shoulders, but it is for the good of one and all. Can I count on your assistance? You certainly can. Thank you, friend. Well then, off to Yedlamad to meet this Kankana, eh? Safe travels, and I pray that you will return with good news. And we will see you then. So, let's head on back to Yedlamad. Alright, let's reunite with Kankana. Time to reunite with our dancing Arkasodara. And yeah, Ogul is here too.
Well, if it isn't Rika, I had wondered when you might walk through my door again. You'll be pleased to hear that young Rakashi has taken to adventuring like a thief to a coin purse. He is more than capable enough to assist me on my less arduous tasks.
Well, at least we changed him for sure.
However, indeed his future is bright. However, as much as it heartens me to see you, I sense your visit isn't entirely motivated by curiosity in our affairs, yes?
Indeed, I need to tell you about something.
I see. I did not know that Palaka's stand was beset by such troubles, but I suppose I shouldn't be surprised, all things considered. Naturally, I shall do all my power to help. A few words to the right people and the merchants will have a shipment of supplies ready in a matter of bells. Inform this Yazan that it is on the way for much less coin than the merchants would usually charge. This chaos has gripped all of Razat Han, and it is only together that we shall find the strength to release ourselves from it. And if you require an adventurer, then look no further. The supplies require brave souls to defend them, correct? Then I offer mine. I will await you at the gates. Wait for me, I'm coming too.
And away they go. So let's head on outside. Head on down to speak with two. Oh, now Ogul is equipped with a backpack and futon. Are we sure she's not a gleaner now?
Kankana made good on her word. Not that I doubted she would. The merchants were all likely too eager to make such a sizable trade. They even provided us with bags and coats for the journey. And it appears Rakashi will be joining us. Try as I might to convince him otherwise, his mind is made up. Hopefully this will prove to be another learning experience for him. My grandmother always did say the road forward is paved with good deeds. The three of us shall see that no beast lays fang or claw upon these provisions. There are more supplies to come, but they will be delivered by the Radiant Host. We shall be the vanguard, the harbinger of salvation for Palaka's stand. And with that, let us be off.
And so away they go. Yeah, I'm impressed you can run with that heavy backpack on your shoulders there, Ogul. But yeah, I guess you're so fit that you're able to do something like that. Yeah, carrying a heavy load on your shoulders must seem like child's play to someone such as yourself. So yeah, let's go see just how far up along the way we're going. Yeah, we're pretty much at going to the hatchery here. All the while the stars continue to fall.
we gotta make sure that everything works out. And so, let's see. Yeah, we're getting pretty close to the hatchery. It's coming into view now. We can also see danger is afoot. Yeah, I got 90 seconds left with my chocobo. Let's make the most of it. Yeah, we got a Wandering Star Might as opposed to a Wandering Star Me. Yeah, the only thing you're evolving into is a corpse. That's what you're going to be evolving into. Load it up and shoot it down. There we go. Oh, cool.
That was a splendid display indeed. Your bravery never ceases to impress. I've never seen such a fierce warrior. I dare say she's every bit your equal. Children are so easily impressed. While Rika is indeed a formidable adventurer, your teacher has many great deeds to her name and more yet to come. Now the village is not far. Let us march and I shall challenge any monster to approach. Hold on, you forgot the supplies!
Yeah, I guess she had to drop them in order to fight so that she wasn't encumbered. Yeah, good job there, Rakashir, unless you're trying to steal them. But nope, away he goes. Let's be off. Oh, hello there, level 90 Hunt. Let's see if we can get anyone's attention. Yeah, just in case anyone is a level 90 and wants to go after it. Yeah. Oh, we almost hit that Jamal in the head. Yeah, they definitely had to take the scenic route to get to where they needed to go. They had to go past the bridge, and then they had to go around and get down to the gate where the southern path leads to. Alright, where did they go? Ah, here they are. And looks like Sula is around here too.
Did you see that, Rakashir? Mark how quickly that beast succumbed to the flurry of blades. In no small part thanks to this brave Akasodara. Ah, so this is the adventurer that Yazan spoke of. Not since my last hunt with sister have I fought so effortlessly with another. And never have I felt so invigorated to have such a mighty Akasodara fighting by my side.
Yeah, you've definitely come around a long way there, Miss O'Ghoul.
How do you keep it up? Just watching you has me out of breath.
But not bad breath, right?
Endurance is the product of long hours of practice, lad. Well then, it seems my hunt is finished. Let us return to Palakistan before we draw the attention of something deadlier. Yazan will be eager to speak with you upon your return. Do not keep him waiting for long.
And so away we go. Yeah, now O'Ghoul has what she needs. Let's head on over to Palaka's stand. And reunite with Yazan. And here's everyone. There you are. Sula told me you brought both the supplies and the protection you promised. She is at present preparing the game she hunted.
She promised to spar with me afterward. I am fast feeling that I have made the right choice in coming here.
I am grateful for her loss. It will do Sula good to have your energizing presence by her side. I understand that there are yet more supplies to come. I must find a way to thank the merchants and the one who spurred them to action. Kankana, was it? Yeah, she'll spare no effort to see Raza Han built, or if there's anything else you require from the merchants, she'd be happy to help. Yeah, let's tell them about it. It seems we've found a reliable ally, thanks to you.
Oh, teacher, don't forget, we should ask about the journal we found. Ah, yes, of course, I was just about to mention it. The beast Sula and I felled was holding fast to this. Perhaps you know whose owner it is?
Yeah, let's give this to you.
This? By the Manusa? Yes, I do in fact know who penned this journal. They were dear friends of mine. Unfortunately, they didn't survive the tragedy that befell us. Sad face.
I see. I am sorry for your loss.
Thank you. Luckily, the memory lives on in their child, and now this journal. When she comes of age, I'll show this to her, that she might come to know who her parents were.
Life is but a string of meetings and farewells. It is memories that sustain us, that give us life. In this way, those whose journey has ended watch over those with the strength to step forward into a new day. Of all the wisdom grandmother passed down, I hold this to be the most precious. Memories are the greatest treasure that we can leave behind. Your grandmother had a way with words. She could have taught even the divinities a thing or two. I dare say you might be right, young Rakashir. I am not half so wise as she was, but her sage advice has been a beacon with which has always guided me true.
And I think we can all appreciate that. But we'll need to speak with Ogul to continue the quest, because we're not done.
Truth be told, I first accompanied here to repay the debt that I owed, as grandmother would have wanted. I see now, however, that fate intended for me to be here. In Sula, I have met a comrade in arms, and in Rakashir, I have found a capable and eager student. For both of their sakes, I must strive ever to be better than the day I was before. Perhaps I should take up the art of dance? The fierce display of the Seki Segumi compelled me to set down my spear and take up the katana, but the grace and deadliness with which the dancers throw the weapons has a charm all its own. Some measure of peace has returned to the Matanga, and I believe my skills will be put to better use here. An adventurer must court challenge after all. My teacher has a daring spirit of slightly reckless, but worry not, I'll make sure she doesn't come to harm. Have you listened to a single word I said, Rakashir? You have no notion of the dangers I must brave daily. For now you should be content to behold the great deeds and learn from them. I wager your adventures will soon take you far from here, Rika. Rest assured I shall safeguard the people of Palaka's stand in your stead. I look forward to hearing tales of your exploits.
And I look forward to sharing them with you.
Well then, the first rule of the day is to attune to the Aetheryte and gather information. Jot this lesson down, young Rakashir, for these are the fundamentals of adventuring. Come now.
And away they go. And Yazan, the final word goes to you. Our lack of supplies was weighing heavily on my mind. I feared for both Passerine and the child. But for the first time in a long while, I could breathe easily. I guess we have one question we should still ask. Was the child ever given a name? Ogul's presence has proven to be a salve on Sula's mood as well. She laughs as if she hasn't since her sister's passing. We both have you to thank for our reversals of fortune. Even the departed have benefited from Ogul's arrival. The delivery of the journal was an unexpected boon and will doubtless prove to be vital in raising the child. When she becomes old enough to understand its contents, she will come to know the deep love her parents bore for her. A love so steadfast that it will shield her from the world's cruelty. Of course, I intend to tell her all about your part in her salvation as well. But for now, there's work to be done. For both of us, I'm sure. Wheresoever your travels may take you, don't forget the friends you have in this corner of Thavnir. And lastly, be safe. If I die before I can repay the debt I owe you, I'll hunt you through the 7 hells until the ledger is balanced. So, let's see it doesn't come to that, eh? Yes, indeed. So, we'll take our experience and our 1,375 gil for completing this final quest out here in Thavnir. And away he goes. And so, with that, all of the side quests in Thavnir are now finally cleared out. We certainly had a lot of them to take care of, but that doesn't mean that everything is done here in Thavnir, because now there are side quests to do in Raz Adhan too. So I got to make sure that when I join you guys again this evening, we start to get those checked off the list also. So there is still a lot of things to do in and around the island, but next time we'll do those things within the safety of the city. And if nothing else, it'll give me an opportunity to start leveling up my various alt jobs because, yeah, I'm a third of the way now to 89. Yeah, that's crazy when you think about it, and to think there's still so many side quests left to do, I'm definitely going to need to make sure that my various other jobs get a little love as well, because ultimately I'm going to need to show off all of the various job quests that are available in Endwalker. Of course, I'll have my other preceding Warriors of Light to help out with that. And on top of that, once that's all said and done, I'll need to make sure I've got something else that's going to be really special as well. I think you'll enjoy it. But I will reconvene with you guys later tonight as we continue on with the various side quests here on the island as we take our journey back into Radzat-Han. So, with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker live here on Twitch. We'll see you guys back here on Twitch as we continue on back in the city and see what help people need over there. So, thank you very much everyone for watching, and until next time everyone, may you ever walk in the light of the crystal.